every one of the top 40 records being played on every radio station in the United States is a communication to the children to take a trip, to cop out, to groove. The psychedelic jackets on the record albums have their own.
This is a special question. We don't want you to smoke genetically modified ganja. We want you to smoke the real thing.
Me?
We want you to smoke the natural herb.
Sweet.
Some call it marijuana.
Sweet.
Some call it sesame.
Sweet.
Some call it lamb's bread.
The tea.
And some people call it...
Welcome to another edition of the Adam Dunn Show. I'm your host, Adam Dunn.
I'm Dave Charnick.
And
I'm Mike Alagna.
there you go, Mike Alagna.
I was going
all
to
knew.
say the last name right.
No, he could say his own
just say it
last name
once
for
for
you.
Yeah,
He
but
can-
I was so proud of myself.
We know you. We know you know how to say lasagna. We know you know the difference between Mike's name and lasagna, but not really. It's almost the same.
So I bumped into Mike many months ago when he was getting everything set up at Hash House in Boulder one day.
That's right.
And so this is probably like a year coming. So welcome to the show,
Yeah,
Mr.
thank you guys for having
Edibles
me.
fucking Chef
Look at-
Extraordinaire.
Beautiful stuff.
Damn. Oh, wait. Hey, Adam.
What's that, snooze?
The snoozeberry tastes like,
Like
snoozeberries.
I know. That's what I write. First thing I saw. First thing I saw.
All right,
So
which
we got a whole line here from Dablogic, which, if you guys know, we were fighting over Dablogic. But literally, it was
Oh, yeah, dude.
so one concentrate. We were all.
Why do you think
like,
I just opened up the
salivating?
the rosin?
I know.
Because
and
Vinny's going
pocketed
to
it.
run in here and he'll take it in a second.
No, it was definitely, and there was a point when everybody was like all of a sudden pulling him out of the woodwork, like, oh yeah, I've got a whole collection here, and I'm like, well, you guys,
What are you doing? I was just smoking it.
I smoke.
It's
oh, yeah.
not. No. All right, let me explain what they're saying. Mike is that I have
You took all the hash.
no.
Yes, how
We all split everything. We make jokes, but we split everything, and I just didn't. I mean, I kept it like it was fine wine in my wine cellar. So every now and then, when these guys are all like, "Oh, it was great to have Dablogic Hash House as an advertiser. You can get them back for us, Dave." I'm like, I take a snapshot of the 14 grams I've had in the fridge for the past year and a half, and
This guy, what does he think?
Torture.
why? It's curing. It is like fine wine. It's going to taste. It's vintage. I know. We could probably look in the computer and know exactly when we got it and know the date it was made. And
You probably want to smoke it, though, at some point, right?
yes, I will. I'm probably going to wind up giving it to these guys as Christmas gifts in a few days or something like that. But since Mark was just so rude to me before the show, I might not just give him some tops or something like that.
Thanks.
Just some
I'll
tops.
take that.
Is that what you're
I'll take that all day long.
Demeaning the tops now.
I'm not demeaning the tops. They're a different price point rosin.
Just some tops. Nothing but the tops.
Nothing but the top. So how did you get into becoming the guru of making edibles? You just one day just said, I can do this better than the other guy?
No, actually, I kind of stumbled out of a kitchen as a chef and really didn't have any idea what I was doing with edibles or consumer packaged goods. I didn't know really how to make food that lasted past an hour for your dinner, right? So
Yeah, it's a whole different animal, right?
Yeah, and I've lived in ski towns a lot my entire adult life. Cannabis is obviously a big thing in the restaurant world. At some point, I wanted to have a shelf life as a chef, like before cannabis was legalized. And so I went around to some of the fancy food shows, took some of the classes that they have at those in San Francisco, Chicago, and just felt like I was going to be a traveling salesman making salad dressing or something. And I was like, this isn't for me. Then cannabis came along and it seemed like a good fit. As a chef, I moonlighted as a grower for a while. So I had one of the first grow licenses down in San Miguel County in Telluride. I did that on the side for a couple years and then eventually got into edibles.
Best part is going to be watching Dave try to open up a packaging on all these.
You got to go.
Hold on. I'm not...
If it's
Are
more
you thinking-
entertaining to watch you, we can do that.
Oh,
It's
it will be. Because it gives him an excuse to not roll the joint fast enough, too. So
Oh,
it's
here,
like,
can you do it?
there you go. Here we go.
I had a little trouble with the Cheech and Chong judge's water bottle. doesn't open from the side I was attempting to open it from, and I almost went to the knife. And I'm glad I didn't.
I'm looking more at the ingredient. So
Oh,
these ones are.
He's vegan.
Are these ones?
There's which ones do you have there?
Caramel
That is the
apple
only one in history at this point that's not vegan. So
the only one in history. Yes,
yeah,
I
totally.
figured it out.
Honey. We had to include honey. Sorry for those of you.
Oh,
that
honey's
are,
all right. That's all right. I
Oh,
thought it was.
that makes you vegan then, right?
I'm not. He likes to blow it out of proportion. I just
10
don't eat
years
gelatin.
ago.
I just don't eat gelatin stuff like that.
You don't eat gelatin, you're not going to have any in there. This pectin based. It's all 100% plant
That's the
based.
first thing I was hoping for.
You didn't want me to give him the 10-year context on where the vegan came from? Danny Danko made fun of him at Jason Pinsky's roast like 10 years ago.
Those are gummies?
I think so.
Yeah.
Nice.
Apple pie gummies. Come on, dude. That's like sick. Flavor.
Wait, is it gummies? These were gummies.
Adam.
That might
No,
be
these
something else.
No,
You want some help?
Fruit juice. Yeah, I do. Totally. Show me what's up, because I tried to do the obvious, which I thought was that. Oh, you didn't do that part.
Pop this open,
Uh-huh.
and you got to push down on these.
Yeah,
And we
so
have-
no one can get into it unless you work
Yeah,
at...
totally.
Yeah, you have to work there first.
I
All
come
right.
with every unit.
Well, these look like definitely a good starting point right here. Where I was
Oh,
just
wait,
like,
there's more on this, though. Hold on a second.
You got to pull. The,
moron. Did you say moron?
No, no, there's more safety protocols,
there's a little tab on the top, and you're going to pull it back. It peels right off the top of that thing.
and then you're going to have to enter the code within
Yep,
8
you got it.
seconds,
Oh, yeah, I see it.
or all of
Totally.
the edibles expire.
If you don't eat them instantaneously, they,
Close this back up. Oh,
And wait, these were so good last time. Remember we ate these, and luckily it wasn't the medical strength because we went through the entire thing.
I brought some of those for you guys too, which are 50 milligrams. Those are 10.
This is 10.
Those are 10. Yep, that's a brand new flavor. Caramel apple pie. You got another one here.
I thought it said 1,000 milligrams, not 100.
Here.
No, sir. These are
All
rare.
right.
Enjoy.
Wow. Sorry for the eating in front of the mic, but that really tastes like apple pie. Holy smokes!
This one was
You have one of these tops?
Of course he is. He's waiting.
lemon
Patiently.
meringue
Wait.
pie. Another 10.
Hold on, gotta cleanse the palate here. That was that's Are there any more of those? Oh, come on.
Those, I believe, the apple pies have GMO live rosin.
Making sense.
These ones are a mix of our fruity strains.
Save those for Vinny. Okay. Since Buchaki Vinny
Wow.
he's feeling. What's this one? This is the meringue. What was it?
Lemon meringue.
Lemon meringue.
Childhood favorite, right?
Wow.
That one I had tasted like apple dessert.
That's why it's called apple pie.
Okay, I wasn't sure which one I had.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Good flavors.
Okay.
As someone who spends a little time in the kitchen, the flavor profiles on
Those are good.
those two are out of this world.
Thank you.
Absolutely out of this world.
These
Appreciate it.
seem to have a different texture than the ones we had before, though. The ones we had before were a little more. It seemed like they were more crumbly, I think, or something like that. Like felt like there were more sugar. The sugar kind of melted a little more in your mouth. Was that changed? at all,
Oh,
or-
you know, you might have had them when the first round that I did had sugar on the outside, like a traditional pâte de
Yeah,
fouille.
it was more like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
like a
that
Turkish
was kind of a
delight stuff.
nightmare. You know,
It tasted really good. They tasted really good. But
I mean,
was it a problem because of the coming off of the?
sugar does crazy things. Sugar on the outside is tough. I know it's a classic style of doing it, but no, it just
Just to keep them from sticking and stuff. usually.
yeah,
Just
it was a
kind
lot more work. These you can see into them. It's
of- oh, yeah, they're definitely
These
more. They seem to be a little stiffer than
Yeah.
those ones.
I mean, sugar is going to cure to some extent. It makes the outside harder. Testing is a little bit more of a pain when you use, I use a big organic cane sugar, which is, just a big crystal. So that stuff ends up weighing it. Yeah, that was the first one.
So then there's like castor sugar, right, which is smaller, finer.
Mm-hmm.
And does it so when you're preparing these, you're doing them in batches, I'm assuming, of like huge batches, right?
No, each pot is really about 1,000 fruit chews.
Okay.
So I would do 5, 6, 8, depending on demand at the time, in one cook. But it's all individual little pots. They're fruit chews. Truthfully, it's a pâte de fouille recipe. which is something you would more find encrusted in sugar. Like you come into a restaurant, I've got some blackberries in the back that are about to go south, so I make a pot de fouille and kind of just hand it out as something to taste along the way. But these are so same concept, but more shelf stable, obviously.
Which again is always the Achilles heel, right? Trying product, because that was the whole thing with edibles in the beginning. It was just like people were putting out stuff that they've never in a million years. All the stuff they had would be consumed within the 24 or 48 hours anyway, because they'd be doing them in such small batches that all of a sudden they're trying to sell it to somebody who's trying to sell it to somebody. That's like dangerous in the food world.
The cannabis-infused popcorn. That was always a terrible idea.
I like to make that fresh. That was always fun.
Yes,
There's
There's a lot of good stuff in that whole.
That's awesome at a party. Just
Totally fresh is good.
Oh, yeah.
But
They don't leave a ton of space
Nah.
for it. I mean, you could. There are ways that you could work with the regulations and do that stuff. I hope at some point people do, because there's a lot of, I think, fun stuff. But the consumers are looking for something to be in a package and shelf stable, ready to go.
It's crazy how spoiled everybody's gotten. It's like
for real.
you don't even get it. Like it's like, come on. Like wait. It's like everyone's complaining about everything, obviously not realizing that 10 years ago you did not have any of these options. Like it's like, I mean, there was stoner bars and a few other people out there doing underground shit, but not to the point where now edibles have really. I think they surprised a lot of people too, as far as the market share that they take up, because there's so many people out there that don't really want to smoke at all. So it's
so I remember I said this in a speech I gave at some event somewhere for Viridian years ago, that at the time edibles made up 5% of the market in Colorado, and this has to be back in like, what year is it right now? It's 2020. In holy moly, beginning of the industry, 10 years ago, okay, whenever that was, 2012, and they asked, what do I think it will be in 5 years? I said it'll be 50% of the market. I was wrong. It was like 55% of the market at the time. So it's only going to go, it's only going to dominate the market more, because a doctor told me this once. He said, while I consume cannabis and I enjoy it and I write recommendations for it, smoking is bad. It will always be bad, okay? Really, really bad. Even though it's cannabis, don't for a second think that you are not doing something worse than nothing if you weren't smoking. Totally. So it's just something we all have to accept. But so edibles will be more, and if they taste like this, I got no problem. What I was thinking is, as we're eating them and they're flavored, it's like the futuristic flavor. It's the next one you're gonna have. It's gonna taste like fried chicken because I'm gonna have it in the evening or something like that. Or you'll have it taste like a Sam Adams. Or just you could do that.
Wine,
medicated bouillon
grapes.
cube.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
I think we got here without a lighter. That was the only thing Mark didn't prepare us for.
Needy. This guy's so needy over here.
Gave you my last lighter.
That was 3 weeks ago.
That was last week, man.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't. Do you remember what I told you?
I just have technology.
Oh, here we go.
Look at that.
Oh yeah, this is from Cowboy Cup.
Yeah. Some remnants, Cowboy Cup remnants.
Did you ever attend the Cowboy Cup?
I've never.
You should put it on your calendar for next year.
Where is it?
It's in Tulsa.
It's
fun.
It's you got to run the gauntlet, but it's fun. Yes, exactly.
Hell
Just
yeah, dude.
drive in a bathing suit.
Yeah.
in a car like Wonder Woman's plane, so that they can just see through it.
Blacked
and
out
then,
windows.
No, you don't want to do
Colorado
that.
plates.
Yeah.
In trouble.
Big trouble.
Don't want to do that. Yeah.
Exactly.
You guys got any weed up there to smoke?
Who are you talking to?
You guys.
Wait, you guys up there? I just rolled a joint.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's the good stuff. Don't give him any of that.
Don't good stuff. Just relax. Oh, stop. Or do you want to try? The James Loud stuff? This is what we're smoking right now.
Whatever you want.
Well, that's what we're smoking now. Why don't you try that, and then we can join us from over there.
Why don't you just take the bag?
Take the bag. Enjoy it. Take it.
Since you
there you go. There you go. That's how it rolls. Walk away.
So I'm
Just
curious.
walk away.
You didn't just walk into the kitchen and come up with this. How long does it take to develop a recipe like this, and all the, just the gummy itself or the fruit chew itself, and then the flavor profiles? Didn't
A long time. Yeah. I mean, I've had my own brand, Seven Sacred, for a long time, and I never had time to even come close to like formulating anything because I was so busy with other stuff. I have probably
what was that name of that brand?
Seven Sacred.
Okay, and you still, was that like from what year?
Yep, that's how I started. Started an edibles brand in my basement.
Gotcha.
Kind of off the cuff. It was licensed.
What was the focus on it? Was there a certain type of edible that you were?
I make chocolate truffles and caramels.
So you're going high. You were making a little more high end.
Yeah.
Less
Stuff that I could make, that I knew how to make. Gummies, especially pectin. I've been in a kitchen for over 3 decades, and these have been the freaking hardest thing I've ever done, bar none, by a long shot.
Yeah, our friend Flory, they were really focusing on it too themselves, and they went through so many different kinds of sugars trying to figure out which one would work, and it was like, and it's funny because they're both like Flory and her husband are both like they don't eat a lot of sugar anyway, so for them it was like R&D, but it was like blowing them away because they were just totally. Like their fucking sugar levels were off the chart.
It's hard.
Yeah, exactly.
It's burned through a lot of stuff.
And but they made a pectin based one that was really, really good too, and it was just like you could tell like just the slightest difference in flavor would fuck it up though. You know what I mean? Like especially with the types like I hate when people use xylitol and all that kind of crap. It's like you can tell right away. Like it's like instantly, like it kills, and it takes a second because the first part of the flavor it's not there, and then all of a sudden it comes in, and you're like, ugh. And you can
yeah, I mean, Julian wanted everything to be super clean with these. There's no extracts, there's no solvents.
No way. He wanted it super anally clean? No way.
Julian?
Perfect.
The same Julian we know? No.
Yeah, the same guy.
Don't believe that.
He's probably watching right now.
No.
Of course.
Totally out of character.
No, he would.
Totally
I would imagine him wanting it all sloppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kind of whatever.
Whatever,
goes.
bro. Just wear those gloves from yesterday.
fine.
Those are good.
Yeah.
No, man. We listened to his protocol, and it was like, wow.
Yeah, I think what a lot of people don't realize here, I don't want this to go out, is I think one of the things, as much as I love the food aspect that really sets us apart is of course the hash, right? So we were just dabbing some of the cake batter. I'm not sure which one it was, but that's really essentially Bluetooth, which is a new one. It's motor breath and
Nice.
So that Mark,
RGM,
would, right? That Mark loved. Was it Mark? You loved the motor breath every time we got some, wasn't that the one you grabbed?
Yep.
yeah.
I liked anything JJ did. So I mean, he is to me the more of the any haze crosses you had going, or
Yep.
I think once.
This is charcuterie haze. There's cheeseburger haze and grape pie.
What's cheeseburger haze?
No idea.
It's like so opposite spectrums too in your mind, like cheeseburger
and
haze.
grape pie, right? It's just need some ice cream
Wow.
with some gelato in the middle.
Wow. It's kind of nice.
So what I was saying is, our edibles really, the rosin that I use is exactly the same as the cake batter, right? Our cake batter gets decarbed into the carts, and any of the cartridge oil that might be a little too dark because the harvest got pulled a little bit late, or in a lot of cases, especially nowadays, I get the harvest straight from. I get the oil that's basically just decarb cake batter, right? Which is a true full spectrum, 100%. I think that trim rosin's great, but it's not live rosin, right? Most people don't dab trim rosin.
No.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Or they don't know it. Or they don't know it. They're like, this is awesome. You're like, if you only knew.
No. I mean, that kind of changed recently, right? As soon as the live, I don't want to call it a fad, but the live process
it's awesome.
took over.
Well, it's now that people have given
the whole plant.
Now that people have kind of given in to the fact that, you can go through and grab a few tops here and there, and then be like, all right, it's actually all you really wanted anyway. what the people really want is, is the way it's going to go. And if people are looking at the difference of like trimming up a bunch of weed that you're not sure you're going to get what you're going to get, and everybody needs to get paid and all this work and energy, or just stick it in a freezer and then give it to this other guy and then have it processed, it's like that's turned way more convenient for a lot of people. And so I think it's almost the same as it was when people had to first figure out that they could take a whole plant and run it through bubble bags and make product that people would buy if you could get people to process it that good, what I mean? But that was the problem. There's always that, like, oh, now what do I do with all this? Because you got all the tops and the bottom. You have everything above and below, and you're like, fuck. And then that's when you go to edibles, right? That's when everybody's like, edibles, But it's funny because now even the edible game has gotten to the point where the product going into the edibles is better than a lot of the shit people were doing using like a couple years ago. You know what I mean? It's like
business is business. The tops are worth something, right? And that's exactly what I'm saying. That I think the big difference is that we're not just pulling lowers or mids or whatnot. It's literally the whole plant. Which is awesome. It's in having eaten enough of these, you can definitely pick up the nuances of the different cultivars when it's a full spectrum. So it's good stuff.
Yeah, no, it's because people never used to get those kind of qualities because all edibles were made with trim. You know what I mean? Trim was the classic use of it was to go to edibles.
Yeah,
right? And
totally.
So people always had that certain level. Then, like Rick Simpson oil and things like that, when people didn't give a fuck, it was for medical. They would start using whole plants because it's like they weren't even doing it they were just doing it to save their kid, so they're not like, oh, give me the best, and my kid gets the bottoms. It's like, no, man, we're gonna give me the whole thing. So you saw the power of the medicine then, because all of a sudden it's like, holy shit, this shit really works. It's like, yeah, because they're not using the lowest quality possible, they're actually going for it, you know what I mean? And then kind of goes with all the different industries, like when it came to making super high quality bubble was when they did that. And then to make super high quality rosin, same thing, because now you're taking the best bubble, which might be even, to me a shame sometimes to press it, where I'm just like, dude, it'd be kind of cooler if it just left it like that, you know what I mean? And held on to it and let it preserve for a little while, because the minute you start putting heat and pressure on anything, doesn't matter how you look at it, it's activating something, you know what I mean? It's getting it into that next phase where you probably want to smoke it. Because that's the only thing with rosin that I'm kind of always a little bit not really against it, but it's just like it's great for smoking now. You know what I mean? I think you don't really want to age rosin like you do resin. Resin is aged.
What?
Yeah, you don't, Dave. I'm looking at you. Trying to age it. No aging.
Well.
Yeah.
All right, we'll have a party next week.
No, because it kind of it's against the grain in the sense of like, all the monoterpenes and all the things that will disappear quickly are definitely disappearing if you're smelling it. Like if you open it up and it smells great, that means it's off. It's like letting go. Whereas with real good hash, it smells, but it's more like you got to warm it up. Oh, now it's starting to come out because it's all preserving itself. It's got a natural preservation sort of quality to it.
So maybe that means that the edibles are like naturally preserved dabs, right?
For sure.
It's not gonna go bad on you.
Right. Well, I think the best storage of resin is just right off the plant, dried, let it sit. You know what I mean? Then you can just come back whenever you feel like it. Obviously, you don't want temperatures to go too high. You don't want it to be in the light. There's certain things, but for the most part, if you keep it cool, dark, come back 10 years later, and it's still it's different. It's totally different, but it's like in a better way.
I have a friend who's a totally gifted green thumb, and he has these jars of stuff that looks like shit. It looks like a rancher's cut flower, like he forgot to trim it or something. But it's like you're saying, I'm like, why does this stuff taste so fresh green? And he was like, I don't know, same thing, right? Just puts it in mason jars at some point, and really, just kind of leaves it in that temperature zone like you're talking about it.
I mean, it all depends. It all depends if you're if you're growing your own, you end up with a lot. You always just end up with extra weed or hash or whatever. And so it's more like if you want to, if you're really growing for the amount that you're smoking, that's one thing. But most people not. Most people obviously overdo it. So that's why preserving it, I always feel, is important. But from a consuming point of view, it's hard to resist the super high quality and high terpy shit that's out there
Yeah.
right now, because it is really nice. And you won't. It's gone when you do dry it.
Good on the consumers. I mean, they've really supported this whole wave of that, right? You know, it's been cool to see that the 10 years I've been in this industry, we've explored all these different extraction methods, and it seems as if the consumers are pretty excited about, you know, live rosin. We've all wisened up enough.
Well, in addition to the consumers wising up to it, I think you also are now in alignment with the finance part of the cannabis industry. They've had enough time to run the numbers, and they're seeing the economics when you don't have to involve post-harvesting.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know, it's thank you,
Oh, finally.
appreciate it. It's hot. What are you talking about? It's
Very
great.
good, man. Thanks.
Is that what
Appreciate
you-
it.
Oh, awesome. Thank you, sir.
So look, Vinny, this is like two porn stars walk in the room, right? They unzip. You walked in, threw down the monster. Vinny has to come in and throw out his pecker too.
Yeah.
So if you'd like to try one, trust me, these are not recreational strain.
I know. He told
These
me.
are tremendous.
Thank you.
And,
What are they?
Yeah, he'll go, yeah.
You know, it's one of those.
The Magical Mystery Tour.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. You got three different groups, three brands in one.
It's and then that's some European chocolate that Dave brought back.
Oh, this is the chocolate
Sweet.
Dave smuggled back from Amsterdam.
Whoa.
Smuggling.
Dave didn't smuggle anything.
Smuggling
Dave
chocolate.
took legal, regular fucking chocolate.
Oh, no, this was the
went shopping
special
for Vinny.
Special
and-
chocolate.
Fuck
Special.
you. It became special after Vinny got it. So
Oh, no,
yeah.
which ones are those?
No, it was just
It's
All
smuggled
of it,
chocolate.
yeah.
Smuggle chocolate.
smuggled it in.
It's mixed in with some shit. It's mixed in with some good shit.
Chocolate smuggler over here.
Hey, go get some of those gummies, dude. They're
Oh
good.
yeah,
Alright.
these are all.
Yeah, they
Have
saved
been.
Vinny, that's great.
You can
because
have any.
otherwise
Oh.
Dave was gonna eat them all.
Well, you want brisket,
What do
burnt
we eat? Let's
ends,
go.
wings, or what? What's your palate asking right now?
Oh, burn ends. I saw those.
Okay.
Those look pretty good.
I'm feeling
I'm not gonna
fucking
lie.
zooted.
It's going to be one of those mornings where you wake up at 10.
I got a lot of stuff.
Not me. I got a puppy.
What's this flavor?
The strawberry lemonade.
Those are the meds, the 50 milligrams.
Oh.
These are?
Mm-hmm.
Aha!
So have a couple.
I did.
Nice.
No, they're not that strong. This snoozeberry. These are the strong ones that I'm good with.
Yeah,
I don't know where you put them.
Snooze.
Right here. These are strawberry lemonade. These are the 50s.
So are the
Yeah,
green
yeah.
ones, the white peach yuzus. And then
These are
there's-
too?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
How many
yeah,
did you eat?
yeah.
4.
You got to read
Nice,
the
dude.
box,
You
dude.
need 4 of those.
I did.
Yeah, why don't you read the box like a
No,
like
3.
a
I had 3.
educated consumer, Dave?
Dave, come on now. Get your
Come
shit
on,
together.
Dave.
I'm having a rough
Dave,
fucking week, man. Okay?
Better.
Get a lot better.
Fuck. It's fixing to get a lot better now, man.
I like how before it was kind of like, oh no, there are 10s, and then all of a sudden they become 50.
Yeah, I
what the fuck?
mixed them in on purpose. there.
Transforming.
And then there's Vinnie's, which are I think like 200 or
twos.
something.
These are like 2s.
These are
Yeah.
the 50s?
Yeah, these are like.
Wait, when you walked in
He
and
told
you
me
saw
40 milligrams per gram.
Hold on a second. You walked in, you saw Blind Adam and Blind Dave trying to read a business card. We couldn't do it. We had to use the phone, and then we had to use Mark to tell us, you think I knew going into this that the third one there was going to be the 1,000?
I didn't think you looked.
I did not look.
Yeah, it's all right.
I did not look.
It
One
shouldn't-
night.
You have that privilege, right?
I'm actually not going to eat a buchaki because I want to know. Because otherwise I'm going to be like, yeah, fucking work. Because these things are, tomorrow you're going to be like, fucking Vinny. That's every time.
Why didn't you say that a minute before I ate that one, too?
Because usually I don't, like, I'll wake up and then if I have to, like, sit there and think about getting up, then it's like, holy shit. Why am I like 300 pounds? And I go, oh yeah, it's fucking Vinny's buchaki. So I go, because we'll end up eating like, you think, one, and then you're like, another. By the time you had the third one, you're already like way the fuck up there. But it doesn't hit you till, for me, it's metabolized tomorrow. You know what I mean? That's when I'm like, oh. Because most edibles is very hard to get fast acting. But what were those ones we had before? Those were the Canyon? Was it Canyon that were really quick?
Yes. Yes.
Those guys had a pretty good like speed where you're like, wow. Half hour
They
later.
made hard candies. that came on pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that was it was Canyon, right?
Yeah, you said
Yes.
on quick.
Damn. Got a lot of drops. By the way, everything gets run through a Vinnie computer where he looks for drops. He's like finds the best combinations and zip, 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 and we chop it all up and we'll have you as a guest whenever we need, like total AI shit.
Normally the person who is
really
most
good.
Really?
chopped
Oh
is
yeah, we're really good.
So I'm gonna
Yeah.
watch another interview with myself.
You'd be like,
You're like, damn.
You'd be like, I don't remember saying that. Like, no.
I'm way more articulate
Excuse
than
me, Danny, Danko. Let me ask you a couple of questions, okay? Oh,
How about Ed? He's coming on soon. What
no,
about
I
Ed?
figured. Why would he have Ed? Ed's coming on.
This show is worldwide.
There we
There's
go.
Danny Danko. See, we've got a few
Just
drops.
relax, bro.
Oh yeah.
How about his Dutch guy? Do you have any of that? That one? I am no.
Did anybody watch my little thing on this show? Did you guys watch that little link? No, you didn't see it. You don't care. You don't watch nothing. Did you watch the Chad Westport thing?
No.
Or listen to it?
What?
You didn't listen to it. You guys.
When did you send it to us?
I thought I said it. Maybe not.
I don't think you did, dude.
Yeah, I
Didn't
did.
I talk about it?
I don't know. It came
Talked
up
about
on my
last week.
recommended though.
Mike is like,
You
I
pulled
should
it
have
up last
watched the show
You
first.
pulled it up last show
I
for
watched the
everybody.
show.
It was today.
I'm asking
on
I'm asking
TV.
the studio audience here and the audience.
No, I
audience.
don't have anything from you over here.
Anyway, last week you posted it last week during the show, so I figured
What?
you would just be very on point. Be like, oh my god, I need to. This is homework. This is about.
I posted something?
Yeah, during the show last week.
Oh.
Get high.
Yeah, I
Get
do
your
that.
buzz.
Never mind. You'd think we'd know more about our own show, but we don't. It's okay.
Why didn't you call it like a must watch or like it's a requirement of work?
We need a new,
Because you really would have not watched it.
a
I
whole
know
new
that.
chat thread. That's,
Anyway, so what is up with it? Do you have a time? It's 5:04.
You said 5:20.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, he knows. He's ready.
I texted him. I
Good.
don't
I'm just
know.
checking. I'm just checking. So we're gonna celebrate 420 with legend himself, Santa Ed Claus. Did you like that? Santa Ed Rosenclaus?
Yeah,
Come on, that was
course.
pretty good.
Nope.
Pretty good.
For damn sure.
Especially because it was Thanksgiving, right? Remember?
Thanks Ed Giving,
We had
yes.
Thanksgiving, and then we had now we have Santa Ed Claus.
You are so clever, Adam. Pat yourself on the back.
The cleverness never stops. It's it's that 2 a.m. energy, but I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta come up with something, or not 2, maybe 11. But yeah.
Trying to forward him
What
the
do you-
link. It's not working.
Well, he doesn't have the link yet.
I texted it to him, but I'm trying to email him now just in case, but
Say
it
CN,
won't.
yeah, say CN15. Bring some good weed, please.
And food.
Oh yeah, make sure you're eating,
Yeah, dude.
Make
Oh,
sure
yeah,
you're eating because
so-
we're eating all these edibles. So he might as well be eating with us. So we could just
Do you
be
know
like
we're talking about Ed Rosenthal?
one big
and-
mouthful of food in everybody's ear.
He falls asleep
hero.
on the show.
Yeah, we've had him. We've had him so many times, and sometimes he's like on fire, and other times he's just sleeping and falling asleep and eating. Like he'll eat a whole lunch while we're doing the show, and we're just like, wow, what's going on? Put the camera right there.
You know, he always
going
has it
for it.
like this, like if it was down in his crotch going up, so you can see his nose hairs, and he just makes him look even older than he is. It should be from up top, zooming, shooting down. But anyway, so what's next after fruit juice? I mean, this can't be the only thing, right? I mean, are you gonna come out with any other lines or anything
There's
like
a
that,
few
or you
things
did
in the
this?
works. I think in the moment we're pretty focused on these though, and new flavors, perfecting them. We brought a lot of local stuff into the mix. Somewhere in there, I think we should have a Colorado peaches and cream. Maybe I got to go grab one of those.
Check
The
Top's
one
pockets.
peach yuzu over there has Colorado peaches. Used
Oh, you mean this
apples.
one that's 50 milligrams,
Oh, yeah,
and
the
this
one
one
that
right
you
here
get
that's
like 400
50
of?
milligrams, right next to
Yeah.
one that is.
Those are the ones we want,
10.
though.
Yeah, but we want to know they are.
No.
No, you just have to.
We just need to.
Now we don't know
have
what
'em.
anything is because we just mixed them all up. So
Yeah, y'all don't know what's going on.
Nope.
I've been blamed a lot in my edibles career.
But
for
I noticed something
dosage
here. They don't.
mismanagement.
Can you tell what's what after they're out of the package by the color of the gummy?
No. You should be able to tell. There's a
Hold
big
on.
difference in the hash, right? Did Did
Yeah,
you
no,
not
that's-
notice the hash in the medical ones?
Dave just like he didn't even he barely touched it.
I'm having a rough week.
Barely
man.
touched
Okay,
his inside of
I
his
coffee.
I ate them. What? I'm your guinea pig.
So as far as shelf stability, because that's obviously been the focus from a being able to put it out there, and because you can't see it, you don't know what's going on. How was that as far as a learning curve on that? Because I'm sure that's
a good question.
It's kind of hard to create time, right? So you're like, okay, so how do we know how these are going to be in 6 months from now or a year from now?
I watch all that stuff, like anything I've ever made, I stick some aside and just watch and see what happens over the course of the life of it.
How long before you guys launched it did you have to do that though?
Well, the first is a good question. So the first round, it's funny you ask that because these trays they look really nice, but they're more functional to that point than anything else, right? So the first round we did in Mylar bags, and they're between the sugar and then just the reality of gummies sitting in the corner of a bag in a box wherever they go in the span of their life, they're going to get smushed together at some point, which is not that great. And then so for these, we designed the trays to where they have these each have an individual little cavity. So what it does is it took out a lot of the curing process that I had to do behind the scenes before they even went into a box, and it kind of it made the box the actual curing tray, if you will.
Right. So you could like speed up the whole process by weeks probably, or.
Yeah. I mean, when you put sugar on the outside, you got to cure them for a week or so, depending on the flavor and just how much juice is in it.
Right.
But yeah, it made a big difference. So
did you ever have any? So what would be the downside of that as far as like? How long did it take you to know that like when you pulled it out, it's not sticking to the bottom, or it's was it pretty easy? That part of it all?
Yeah, I mean, problems take a while usually to present themselves, right? If I see something before it goes out or gets launched, obviously it gets worked on. We did the ones in the Mylar bags for probably 6-8 months, and just it was a good test, but it didn't have the product integrity that we wanted, right? So,
right.
These boxes are a slight little bit more bulky than some of the little tins that you see that are popular. But from a product integrity standpoint, they're perfect. They're what I personally want, just because I get to make them, clean them up, stick them in a tray, and then they just they live in their ambient environment for.
And what about this plastic part here? Is there any kind of thought behind that as far as the type of plastic, or because that's also the only pet peeve in the industry is the over packaging of stuff, which some of it you have to do obviously because of the whole child-proof stuff, but then there's the whole additional because these are nice looking, but then again they're still plastic, so I always wonder if there was a way, or if there's a way to do in the future, maybe when you're 10,000 moles away, from Adam, stop giving me ideas, but I always think whenever I'm thinking about custom molded shit like this, that there should be a way to intersect them. You know what I mean? So you figure out who your collectors are, because all of a sudden you got this fucking monstrosity in your I'm a Dablogic, fucking I own the world. If you had to imagine this on a Death Star shaped kind of, click them all together and it turns into a lamp or something. You know what I mean? Like
the beer mugs.
60 of those could make a lamp, right? And then you put a bulb in the middle and it lights up.
Dude, have you made the Dablogic pinball machine yet? Takes 800 boxes, man.
something like that. I think it'd be dope, because it was always if there was a way to oh look, they connect, and then you can like Legos, if that was a Lego bottom.
It'd be cool if they connected and made a dab tray or something like that.
Yeah, Dablogically. Logically, it should be a dab tray.
There should be something logical about that. I don't know. We'll pass it around at the shop. There's 50 of us that talk about it.
I think it's just one of those things where you have an opportunity when you do your own custom molds to get kind of out there, and if it's well, dude, if we just put a little, I always think of if you had a bottle cap that had thread on both sides, you know what I mean? So you could oh, now you can take 2 bottle caps and stick them together, anything dumb like that, just because you're already making the mold. Why the hell not? You know what I mean? And then you can turn it into a gravity bong, or turn it into one of those things, a reversible shit. So there's always opportunity there. When
You
you're
could
always gonna be a
fill it
Vinnie
with
that needs a
bounce
bomb.
and make it like a smoke filter, right? So it has to pass through all the little chambers.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's an idea.
You know,
Turn it into
Afterwards, you just
you poke a hole here and a hole there, and it goes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Don't inhale. Only exhale. Don't make that mistake.
Get the visual of.
I like that one. No, they had
That's a good idea.
I won't say,
Even though
a
there's-
vendor had one.
Even
in
though
Vegas.
your gummies should not make you stink up the room too bad, but after you're done with your gummies, you're like, yeah, now I can exhale my beautiful gummy breath. I don't have any.
But
dabs.
however, if the person is also a smoker,
and even
they
dabs don't
got
smell
it.
as bad. It's for joints
Yeah.
only. That'd be a joint thing.
If you're like an OCD stoner, you could like line out your dabs or your bowls. You know.
Oh yeah, because each one of these squares is about a dab
Yeah.
for
That's
Adam.
that is true. It's about right.
If you have that kind of time on your hands.
Well, no. Ed, come on, baby.
No, he's got 7 minutes.
I know, but
Just-
I don't,
You're
you
waiting
never
to-
know when they have the iPhone, if it doesn't say red,
Mm-hmm.
if they, do you think Ed is technologically
Oh
proficient?
no,
enough
he's
to turn
asking
that
for
off?
our help though.
Oh,
This
man,
is-
that's why I
that's
finally-
why we're here
damn.
to help him.
Okay.
So he's gonna be there right at the right time.
I should text Jane. That's the smart thing to do.
Vinny's got to do the Jane get me off this crazy thing from the Jetsons. He's got to download that.
Oh, he doesn't have it.
I know. I
Yeah.
keep telling him to do it. I say every time Ed's on, he's like, "You got to do that." So when we can call in Jane, get me off this crazy thing. Come on.
Yes.
It is-
No, it's perfect. Yeah, I see you. I see you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw him when I was 18. I grew up in Madison, Wisconsin, and he came to the Great Midwest Marijuana Harvest Fest and spoke like on this, stage right in front of the Capitol. And
Was he wearing his lab coat or his top hat? Because it's like that.
he just looked like a regular dude at the time.
Or his Superman. Or his,
He's never looked like
green,
a regular dude.
The green superhero one.
Oh, that was good too.
That was a good one. That was like the best, pretty much.
Yeah, he was inspiring. I remember he gave this whole speech, and they were arresting people for smoking weed in the crowd or whatnot, on their horses. And he was like, "Come on, everybody, come down, come closer. They're not going to arrest the whole crowd. You have to not be on the periphery." But he spoke about what he thought it was going to take for legalization to happen.
They're
right?
taking out people at the
And he was like, clearly it's not us. We need people, in suits that are in the Capitol behind you, and we need to, the movement needs a lot more validation. Was I think his ultimate message.
Yep.
So I moved out here. Maybe it was a little early.
Wait, Ed inspired you to get into the cannabis industry? Is
Yeah,
that what
totally.
you're saying?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't an industry
Whoa.
back then. It was
Well, there you go.
more
Full circle.
clandestine, right?
Right. Back. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I of course didn't know it was going to be Colorado. But yeah, I moved out here pretty much because Ed said to.
That's awesome. You better make sure you tell him that, because I doubt he's listening right
Yeah,
now.
totally.
Because if he was, he'd zoom in early.
Oh, would he have?
He might have, because he would hear us go and did he get it or not, and he would think that would be witty.
Right.
Maybe. Is there a game on tonight, Mark?
Actually, in about 15 minutes.
That's why you said you weren't going to be doing too
you
much
see how
talking.
you see how he's just getting all like he's
He's
getting-
a whole bunch of half-truths.
Now he's
is what
happier.
it is.
See how much happier he is now all of a sudden because game's about to start. He can just
Yeah, I'm all
Do you
hyped
let
up.
your employees, while they're doing really important things, watch the basketball game?
like while they're doing
Yeah,
the
they
actual,
like-
the actual. Yeah.
They watch TV on their fucking phones,
Yeah, see?
and
And you yell at them,
But
right?
hey, if you're because if you're shoving gummies into a box, for 8 hours, and you're
repetitive menial tasks.
and you're still faster than me, like
Oh, and then it's when you get calls like, "Hey, I got like 3 boxes that were empty. I don't know what's up." And you're like, "All right, I think we got a problem here." Because we know Mark could definitely be
repetitive,
doing empty boxes. At this point.
Menial
Oh yeah, dude.
tasks.
On our show, you're checking all the empty boxes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Totally.
do you have it on your TV going over there? You got a game?
Oh yeah, he's
Oh,
all set
well, I
up.
mean,
he's watching the cheerleaders pregame stuff. but-
Tip off is another 15 minutes, and I can't hear them talk about the pregame stuff. So I
You can't do one ear like that. You haven't figured out how to do that, so
I
that you
mean,
can hear
I
the
get-
show in one ear. Oh, just put the
That's
put the
just-
game on. Forget the show.
That's more cables I have to hook up, and you know how
Then
that
it becomes
is.
work.
Exactly.
Got it. So we didn't even mention. So I don't know how many times you've seen the show, but we're using a Yo tip, and so this
love
was
it.
invented by a friend of the show, Jesse Sternberg, and it just makes any joint hit better. I noticed, though, it really does make those pre-rolls hit better. It's something about the raw tips. Like, if you look at it straight on, it's all, like, just crushed together. It doesn't really have any type of, like...
Accordion style?
Yeah, jet engine vortex or anything like that. But when it brings it down to the single point, it just hits better with those
I
pre-rolls.
almost wonder if there's a little bit of air that moves through the sides of it, too. Right?
I mean,
because I feel like the pre-rolls, you hit them and they like suffocate the joint, right? It looks
For
like a
sure.
vacuum sealer went through it.
For
I wonder
sure.
if this is a great idea. What are they called?
Yo Tips.
Yo Tips?
You can go to
Where can you get 'em?
yotip.com, or you can go to their Instagram page, or better yet, if you shop at a dispensary, if you work or make pre-rolls, love to get in touch with them. But if you're going to a smoking lounge, I mean, going to a smoking lounge that doesn't offer Yo Tips for its patrons is kind of like, running a swingers club and not having a condom machine. So it's just...
Tell us, Dave.
It's just necessary.
How does that work?
Right. You have a condom machine there, right? Just like...
Right when you walk in the door, is that how it usually rolls?
Right. The bar area?
No, it's to the left of the... I mean...
By the pool table.
refilling.
And so Yo Tips... So, I won't mention which one because I don't know if they want to say anything, but went to a recent event and gave out 200 of these, and everyone was using them. So it's just important. It's just a way to make your joint hit better, but it just provides that barrier of protection so that you're not bringing home conference cough. What else do we have? Conference cough, wook flu, hippie lip. What else did we have? We had a few more of them.
What's hippie lip?
Come on.
Just use your imagination.
Think it through. We didn't even change the name.
Just wanted to see if I could
letter.
bait you into something you regretted later.
I don't regret anything on the show. You stick a microphone in front of my face, I pretty much say anything that'll get me in trouble anyway, so what does it matter? Oh, wow. So yotip.com or Yo Tips, Yo Products LLC on. Your edibles are fucking great. Yo Products LLC on Instagram. Recyclable.
Now look at Mark. He's got his little snacky wacky.
Why doesn't he have? You should give him like popcorn and a beer.
I just need tip off to happen.
You need a hat. You need a hat with the fucking beers in them, dude. That's what you need. You need a beer helmet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
A beer helmet.
I'm happy as a.
Oh, with the two cups on the side. Yeah. Right.
Then he'd be stoking.
Oh, dude. Yeah. 2 Coca-Colas.
I don't think he drinks
diabetes in the fucking by the end of the game.
Exactly, dude.
You still drink Coca-Cola, huh?
Dude. Yeah.
It's like your favorite beverage, isn't it?
It's one of them, but I don't drink it a lot. I try not to.
Did you like Pepsi?
I don't. I'll drink it, but I won't pick it.
Yeah, I'm like you. I like Coke.
Did you see the meme going around? Did you send that one to me where he rolls up to the fast food window and he says, I'll have a Pepsi, 1 Pepsi, please. And he goes, we don't have Pepsi here. We just have Coke. And he goes, okay, I'll take a gram.
yeah. That was a good one. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like that. There's some fast food humor for you right there.
Back to Mark watching the basketball game.
No, let's not do that.
Who's playing who tonight? Nuggets versus who?
I think it's Brooklyn, if I'm not mistaken.
You want to go Brooklyn?
Wow.
Yeah, man. Hey.
Do they have a team even? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Brooklyn Nets. The New Jersey Nets moved to Brooklyn.
I didn't even know. Like I pay attention to that.
I know. I'm just telling you, dude. You
Tell me.
asked, and I told.
You are the sporty guy in the crew. Sports guy. Dave,
I'm feeling fucking zooted.
Getting close
paint
to
your
calling
face in
it.
with you guys. Wisconsin must be a sporty place, I'd imagine.
It is.
Were you a stoner in
Yeah.
school, or were you a jock? You were the stoner?
No.
You were like, I'm out. Fuck
Yeah.
that. Bailed
Yeah.
early. That's the same as me. I was like, I liked baseball when I was a kid, but that was about it. And then I grew up, got into weed. It's like
Skateboarding in high school.
Right.
Before it was cool.
Hey, you going to zoom in?
So you're probably in the
Okay.
same sort of group as us. What year are you born?
I'm 73.
Oh, you're a kid.
Ed is 73,
He's a
right?
kid. He's a
I'm a kid.
now we're
Awesome.
talking.
Yeah.
like a baby over
I
here.
thought you guys were going to
Wait,
be
how old are
like
you?
a bunch of millennials in here, and I'm like,
baby
wow.
face. He's a baby face. I was 69. So
How old did you think I was?
He's must be. If I was born in 69,
Not after I saw you. Before. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no, I'm in trouble.
I'm in trouble.
Oh, I know all about that.
I was born in 70. I'm younger than him. He's an old man.
Okay, 73.
Right. So it's because it's definitely growing up at that time phase. I'm sure in Wisconsin, I grew up in Rhode Island and New York and L.A. and kind of all over the place. But Midwest always tripped me out as far as like I'm sure it was like kind of how it was on the East Coast, where growing up I thought I was like being all sneaky the whole time, and then I realized later, like, dude, everybody here fucking smokes. Is Wisconsin similar like that, or is it super?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in Madison, total hippie.
Oh yeah,
it's like a Berkeley or whatnot. So yeah, there's a lot of cannabis consumption. It's big summertime crop, really.
And growing up, did you have friends who were growers, or did you have kind of?
Not really.
Local?
I mean, I left pretty close after high school, like pretty quickly. I was gone within 6 months. So I saw that popping up right after high school, and I wanted to go skiing. I didn't really want to hang out and grow weed and do whatnot. So I came out here and did the same thing.
Interesting. Because we had Allison and those guys from was it Bewell? Which one? They sold it, but the one in Boulder.
Oh, no, it wasn't Be Well.
No,
It
it
was.
the other one.
You're talking about Meg Sanders?
No, I'm talking about Allison and
Boulder Wellness.
Boulder Wellness.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys are Wisconsin crew.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then 808 Joey out in Hawaii. Seemed like there was a lot of good growers coming out of that area. They all came here. At one point, they were all in Colorado.
Got a lot of great outdoor. Julian's from Wisconsin as well. There's a bunch of us at the shop that are from Wisconsin. Don't know each other from there, but
Seems very artesian there, though, too. Maybe a little Oregon style as far as like the.
It surprises me that they don't have
crafty people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of
making jam,
backwoods cultivation. It's a total farm state, right? It's surprising to me that the
cheese fucking
government has
crazy cheese place.
The best weed hasn't been shared with us yet. It's some fucking crazy guy sitting in the woods in his lab somewhere who's going, and it'll get out someday.
Yeah, don't dairy play. It's funny because I never realized until now. Like, I look at all the cheese, like all these like fake. Like anytime I see something that's trying to be some international cheese, I'll like, fucking Wisconsin. Fucking these guys, they make all this like
cheese and beer.
Yeah, they've definitely got that down. So.
Or you're in Amsterdam buying Amsterdam cheese. You look on it, it says made in Wisconsin.
No, I never experienced that. But I just realized how they've kind of copied every single style that there is, hard cheese, soft cheese. Like they're just like, damn, these people are going at it.
Yeah, it's no joke.
It's
serious business, certifications, all sorts of stuff. You can't just say you're a cheesemaker.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about it. Honestly, it's a total mystery of food science to me. It's pretty cool.
You just use it in the products you used to make.
I just like it.
Yeah. I dig cheese.
Totally.
I say it. It's a guilty pleasure.
Well, it's just amazing how many different consistencies. It's kind of like hash. In the sense of like everybody has their specialty, They like some people this is what they do, some people only take it this far, some people age it for fucking 36 months or more, So there's like these all, and then obviously different processes along the way, but it's all the same starting sort of materials, and it's just a matter of how you put it together,
how you manipulate it in the process, right? You're talking about,
and I mean, of course, there's different source material, whether it's goat or goat or milk.
I don't like goat. I like cheddar where you can like taste the salt crystals in it.
That's like Dutch cheese. That's kind of Dutch style too. That crunchy.
Like. Oh look, I got a hell yeah from
Mark.
Did you ever see
you saw the worm cheese out of Italy? Seen that one?
What?
I did a wedding once in Tahoe where they imported it. It's illegal to do it too.
Yeah.
But they had some connection, and they had all these cheeses that you've never seen, and one of them had.
Is that
the
like
maggots.
Chernobyl?
Yeah, the worm cheese.
It's gross.
Have you seen that?
I don't know about that.
What?
Yeah,
this is real?
Yeah, it's a real thing.
Oh yeah.
And you can't.
Some weird
not
shit
legal to import.
Of course not.
Why yeah.
Mark, pull it up.
Get
what are we looking up?
Worm cheese.
Italian worm.
Italian worm cheese illegal to import into the United States after the Tops incident of '83.
Also known as maggot cheese, is a Sardinian cheese made from sheep's milk and infected with live maggots.
Yeah, good stuff. I had Italian friends that were all about
Why
it.
you'd want that at your wedding? I
The
have
cheese
no
is aged
idea.
until it's infested with maggots, which eat the rotting cheese as they digest it.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like something you
It
want.
sells for $175 per pound.
Do you eat the cheese or the maggots?
You eat them both, obviously.
Yeah, it has a sharp, spicy flavor and a soft, creamy texture.
And
It's
it bites
considered-
and it bites back.
It's considered a delicacy and can sell it for $175 per pound.
Look at Tops. He's already ordering it so he can start selling it online. He's like, dude, I could sell that.
He's like, yeah, dude.
Maggot cheese? Hell
Is
yeah. It's a good new terp.
I want to know about this. Yeah, can you put this in a gummy?
Can you make this into a chew? Maggot chews? Maggot chews.
People
Maggot
consider
chews.
it a
That might
delicacy.
be our first bad idea ever.
Maggot chews?
I'd
I'd
rather
kinda
figure
go
out how to make honey.
Okay.
You know,
well,
and get the bees
when
to
you want to get down to the maggots,
eat
give us
rosin
a
and-
call.
They consider it a delicacy, but others consider it unhealthy due to the maggots. The maggots can potentially set up shop in your stomach, start building families, and cause vomiting, cramps, and even diarrhea.
They can build up in your stomach and
Yeah.
cause families in your stomach?
Yeah.
Oh, you know, Rosendogs is sitting right next to Mrs. Rosendogs right now going, these guys never talk about cannabis.
Okay, check this one. One last thing about this stupid cheese.
Stupid cheese. Hey, you're talking about the cheese,
Hey.
the maggot cheese. They might.
You know how many maggots you just insulted?
When eating kazu marzu, is that what? Yeah, kazu marzu.
Wait, that was this.
That's that
It's-
flavor that he was saying.
Yuzu. Not kazu marzu. Come on now.
This one's called white truffle yuzu.
Okay, are you sitting down, Dave?
Yuzu. That's pretty close.
It's recommended to cover the eyes with a hand because the maggots can jump up to 5 inches out of the cheese while you're eating it.
No. Come on. So people go like this.
I just got such a visual of that.
5-inch jumping maggots? That's not. I never even heard of such a thing.
You made
Do they
that
have
up.
legs?
I don't know how that even
How does
happened.
that happen? Did you just
think that's
read?
bullshit.
I
Did you
read
make
it.
that up?
That's- no,
read it
I
off of what?
I read it off of here.
Reddit. Off of Reddit.
No, off the internet.
Tops, verify, please.
I don't know about 5
Right.
inches. They're-
Oh,
they're
hey,
right-
look who we got.
Oh,
It's Ed.
See, it's right angle.
What time is it? We were going to celebrate 420 with you,
Oh, we
Ed, but
missed out.
since
We
you were
forgot.
celebrating with the cool people and not with us.
Friggin' left us hanging.
Oh, that light above your head is perfect.
You know, I would have loved to have celebrated with you, but I was having electronic problems.
No
I
way.
still am. That's why I'm talking with you from the cell phone rather than the computer.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, welcome.
I wasn't slighting you at all. I love
It's all
you.
right. We thought. Okay, good. We were sad.
Perfect.
We thought he forgot
Okay,
about
well,
us. Dave
I
was
mean, it's not the
panicking.
worst thing. It's not the worst thing in life, right? I mean,
No, the
we
worst
can-
thing in life is getting your Facebook account hacked.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I've had that
Oh,
personal
look, with the
experience.
keyboard makes it perfect. It looks like you've been hacked. You have been hacked. Look at he's stuck.
Well, listen, Ed, the hackers actually wrote to us and said Ed should not have had his password taped to his monitor behind him when he was on your show. Because
that's
we
how-
saw that, and that's how we got his password.
Oh no.
So don't do that once we get your account back, okay? That's
That
not.
was-
That I had my what?
Turn around.
things.
Your password is on that black thing behind your head, and when you were on the show the last time, they zoomed in on it. You know. Anyway, you're not getting my joke, and you.
It's a bad joke.
It's a bad joke, Ed. You gotta get used
Don't
to
worry
it if you
about
want
it,
to talk
Ed.
to dude.
No, you know what? I'm experimenting with connecting directly to a USB cable, and I think they hacked that.
Oh, you went to one of those like public things.
No, I'm talking about like direct to brain.
Oh yeah.
They hacked your
They
brain.
went direct to you. The guy got behind you and plugged in.
No, I don't know if you can see it, the little USB.
I know.
thing you
Holy
just put in.
smokes.
We know.
Like with a proper program, I could speak perfect like Ukrainian or something, you know?
Well, so walk us through what we need to do to help you get your account back, because this has gone on for far too long, and that was one of the reasons.
Well, the first thing, everybody should send me dough. That's the first thing.
He
I mean,
always that's I've never heard you say that before.
No, never.
Nope.
Fan
yeah.
dope.
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, but in 2 weeks when you do Danny Danko's show, make sure you can talk to his audience about how to get your Facebook account back too. Okay.
Yeah, but actually, so it's very serious because these people have hacked my account, or I think that it's not an individual, it's an organization, and Facebook shows an ambiguous attitude towards people who have this problem, and not only cannabis-related people, but just people who've been hacked.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that gets Facebook interested is if a lot of people complain about it to Facebook. And when you go on Facebook, you can actually make a complaint about it. And I'm sure that nobody reads it, but it becomes part of an algorithm.
All right, so we have to log on to our Facebook accounts, and then how do we make that? We go to the current owner of Ed Rosenthal, which is posting pictures of really big people next to really small people, and generally distasteful
you don't do
things.
That. You go. There's a way to go right on to make directly to to the organization, to Facebook.
I think we have it on the chat, right? Posted.
Yeah, it's on the chat, and you can make complaints. There's an actual area where you can make complaints.
It's www.facebook.com/hacked.
Hacked.
And then you get hacked right when you go there. You go, oh, now I've been hacked, fuckers.
Wait.
A very handy Micro put it into the chat, on the YouTube chat, actually. So let me copy
And if
that.
Micro did it, we know it's true.
Yeah.
Because Micro never gets...
He would not lie about
He's
that.
the first person, if you get hacked, that will contact you to tell you that you got hacked.
Actually, he's a great guy to tell that you got hacked, and he's going to get to the bottom of it.
Because he'll figure it out for you. So there we go. We already got Micro on the case for you, Ed. And I have a feeling...
That would be great. Because, I've gone to people who, are expert in this or and have had these problems, and it's not necessarily easy to solve.
No.
And Facebook has little interest in really helping you.
They put you into one of those kind of weird loops where you're like, okay, so if I contact them, they're going to do what? And then you go to them and they're like, oh, we're not going to do I know, they don't. It's weird. Even like how when people are 100% the actual person, there's no way that you can doubt it. It's hard for them to do anything about it because they're just looking at the traffic and like, well, that guy's doing pretty good with your name, so let's just leave it up there because he's doing better than you did. So who knows? I don't know. They have weird.
Well, I wish it was like that. I wish there was an actual person.
Right.
But I think that I don't think that this is that. I think that this is really handled all electronically rather than with any human intervention. I think that's one of the problems with these organizations is that they think that everything can be handled this way. And
well, like I said, the algorithm, if enough people hit it, then all of a sudden it's like, oh, maybe we should do something about this.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So that's what I'm asking. I mean, I try to maintain a really nice Facebook page and everything, as well as Instagram, but it's very discouraging. And it just shows vulnerability. I mean, that everybody's vulnerable this way.
Well, it's amazing how some people's accounts have been like 5 times, and a lot of times I'll see people's that I don't even know how.
It makes you think that if they target you, they will defeat whatever password you have. Like if they keep getting the same person every time.
Well, it's not even that. They're not. It's and or the scam sites too, where it's just like now if you look for Ed Rosenthal, there's Ed Rosenthal 240. Ed Rosenthal.
I've made the mistake with that one.
And you're like, oh man, this is another guy doing something stupid. So yeah, it is the scourge of the internet at this point in time, especially when you see the misspellings where it's just like one letter off, and you're just like, these guys are relentless. It
used to just be all you had to do was buy the .net, .com, and .org, and you were fine. now forget it. You're fucked. I mean, how many different ways can they, Dablogic, Dab Space Logic, Dablogic, something, right? Because I remember
Dablogics,
Julian's,
and then
they had to do underscore Dablogic because it kept getting fucked with.
I've had my 7 sacred pages has never been messed with. It's always had 1,000 followers.
He does it.
Now you're challenging people.
Yeah, totally.
Now that challenge accepted.
I think there are programs now that from the dark side that can just enter your page and then just search around for any vulnerability that's on the page and worm their way in.
Just think of how many people you have pissed off on the other side of the aisle over the years wearing the Super Ed costume. What else was it? You listed them all earlier, Adam. The
captain. I was a captain.
It was either top hats or...
A captain, a magician with a
He's
top
looking
hat.
up at the wall.
and all the dresses that I wore at Festivus.
Wow.
For the rest of us.
Yeah. So, I think that next year I am going to produce Festivus.
Really? After all the talk of I've been hearing you say that for 10 years. More than that.
Yeah, well, I think I'm getting ready to do it. It all depends. This is really serious. Barbara Streisand was on one of the talk shows, and she was talking seriously about the politics that's going on in the country, and she said that if Trump wins, she's going to leave. And Jane and I have discussed that, and that's our plan.
Well, but for the common man, they can't do that.
Move in with Barbra Streisand.
They don't have the ability. You could call Babs
follow
up.
her wherever she goes.
Right? You call Babs up. Jane, well, most people don't know this. Jane and Barbara went to high school together, so they go way back. They know each other. Friends for a long time, so that's what's going to happen with Ed. He's moving in with Babs.
Yeah, she's going to take us under her wing. No,
you'll be the wind beneath her wings.
I think that I might land in a country like Portugal, which has a left government, and it's far from battlefields. So.
Well, we're here in Colorado. We're deep in the center. We're in the center of it all. We're the guys who's going to start the whole civil fucking war.
Oh, fuck.
Great. Oh, Colorado. You're from Colorado. Those are the guys that fucked it all up. So, yeah, we're going to hear a lot of
Yeah, well,
I think the flashpoint will be somewhere like Tulsa.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think there is going to be a flashpoint because you know what? All of more and more of the people that Trump was working with are having their own difficulties, and I think that it isn't a question of policies; it's a question of democracy or fascism.
Oh well, I
we'll
don't know if I honestly
cannabis.
And I'm only going to take this side because I argued your side to a lifelong Republican government official, and it's not fascism, it's an autocracy. So I mean, you're not going to get fascism, you're going to get an autocracy.
Oh no! Listen, he's using the very terms. Trump is using the very terms that Hitler and Mussolini used, and among those are
vermin,
swallowing the blood of the country. And then another term is vermin.
We hear that all every day. I hear vermin all the time.
Oh yeah,
I've been called vermin many times.
I hear it from exterminators, but he's using the same terms that the person who invented fascism used, and that's Mussolini. And have you ever seen him? It's like this. He's standing up and he's back like this, and he has this frown on his face. That's pure Mussolini. That, I mean, it's like he studied those photos to emulate it. No, this guy is he's very dangerous, very, very dangerous. And I've lived longer than most of you and your listeners. I've been around. I was around for Nixon. I was an adult when Nixon was doing his thing and all that. And I will tell you that there is nothing that was nothing as compared with what was attempted here. This was the first time a Confederate flag was flown in the Capitol. You know that. These people are the white supremacist fascists.
And while some, I would say 50% of the country agrees with you and 50% of the country disagrees with you, let's once again mention how we try to get your account back. It was facebook.com/hacked. What was it again, Mark? Oh, he's watching the game. He's not even listening to me right now.
He's over it.
It was a tip-off already, Mark?
So go on Facebook, and there's a key to press for to make a comment or a complaint, and that is where you go right on to it.
Ed, will you do me a favor? Will you pick a number from 1 to 4 so we can figure out which gummies Adam should try? I think what he's doing, he's going for the 10 milligrams because he thinks we ate a... No, yes, you are going for the 10 because the 50s we knew about, so they're probably going to have 6 and 8 left.
There's a bit of a dosage mystery going on.
If you add 1 through 4 up, it's 10.
If I eat both of them, then I know I got 60.
Yeah, but you have to have at least... But 1 through 4 adds up to 10. You have to have at least 10.
Yeah, listen to Santa Claus.
Oh, yeah, Santa Claus.
What'd you think of that, Ed?
What? I haven't had the gummy yet.
No, have you looked at the card and seen Adam's wordplay on you? No, not at all. You just call up. You want to get on the show. You don't even share the link or anything like that. You show up 9 minutes late after there were like 10,000 people on that wanted to smoke with you, and they all left.
No. Listen, I want to give you this piece of this hash that I made.
You want to give us a piece of the hash? Well, when you have the ability,
take it right now. Here.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Ed.
Got it. See, had we been prepared for something like that, we would have gone left camera, right camera. But,
there
it's
it is.
Mark's watching the game.
See, there's the whole piece.
Great. Well, why don't you just smoke my little piece right now? And
I'll smoke
enjoy
that.
it.
Actually, I already have. This is Adam's piece. It's in here. It's already in the pipe.
Oh, wow, there you go. I got my piece.
If Adam's piece is in there, it better be the size of a golf ball. He's a smoker.
You know what? A golf ball for what animal?
Oh, goodness. So that was facebook.com/hacked. Hey, does anybody have any questions? Let's go back in time.
Hey,
non-political.
So anything. I have something else to say.
As long as it's not political.
It's not political. Okay. Let's say you have a friend and you don't know what present you should give your friend. Perhaps you should give a donation in your friend's name to Last Prisoner Project.
How about we say this? How about make a donation to an organization that you have done your own research on, and you have read their financials, and you agree with their way that they spend an administrative dollar.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I gave a lot. I figured that the people that I usually give presents to, they already have enough.
For sure.
You know, any present that I gave them would be trivial to their lives. So instead, there's this organization called Heifer, HEIFER, which gives animals to, in third world countries so people can become self-sufficient, like chickens, pigs, even a heifer, and also seed packs. And you can look them up and choose what present you would like to give for that.
I would like to send 2 chickens and a goat to Mark Perez. Can we arrange for that to happen?
Well, check them out. Maybe they can, but I think that Mark is not the right person to take care of those animals.
Yeah,
and
he's too involved in his basketball.
Yeah,
right now to care about animals.
So instead, maybe somebody in a third world country could use that animal more than Mark.
Okay, here's what I would like. I would like to send a big bull to our friend Chuck in Argentina. Because had he been walking down the street with a big bull, maybe what happened the other night wouldn't have happened to him in Argentina. Because they would have gone, well, fuck, that's a big bull standing next to him. Anyway, that was a dumb joke. I'm really high from these edibles, by the way. So if you are in Denver or Boulder, you should buy some Dablogic fruit chews. Because holy fuck do they work. And they are really fucking tasty.
Fruit chews.
Fruit chews.
It's
They're
a real
not
thing.
Gummies.
They're not.
They're fruit chews.
Fruit chews.
So, Ed, next time you come to Colorado, I highly recommend that you get the medical strength and the recreational strength and just mix them all up and then play a little math game like I did.
Yeah.
I didn't tell Dave that he
you
ate
already
like 400
I already
milligrams.
played that game. You said choose 1, 2, 3, or 4, and I just added them up, and it came to 10.
I know you did.
Yeah. So that's, I'm trying. I know how trying I am. My wife always tells me how trying.
Where is Jane tonight? I texted her when you didn't.
He got all nervous.
Well, she's around. She just got home.
She tells you that you're trying, or she tells you that you're trying?
Yeah, right. So I agree with that. Yeah. So, we're getting prepared.
Let's tell the full circle story.
We're
hang
spending
on,
the
Ed.
holidays in Vegas.
You can tell the full circle story.
Ed,
so when was it?
Listen to this, Ed.
Here you go. We got a full circle story for you, Ed.
From the so Ed, my name's Mike. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
I saw when I was 18. I'm 50 now. I saw you at the Great Midwest Marijuana Harvest Fest, and I lived right off of State Street. I walked down the street in the parade. You were at the end, and there was like a small stage. There was probably, I don't know, maybe like 500 people gathered around the stage. It wasn't a huge crowd. And people were getting...
It dissipates right after the march.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it left a huge impression on me, so thank you. People were getting arrested on horses, I was telling these guys, for smoking joints. Some guy handed you like a joint that was like, I don't know, probably at least an ounce, and it was probably a foot long. And you encouraged us all to come down into a tighter circle. And I think what you were saying was that, like, hey, this is a community, and the closer we stick together in this movement, the less likely you are to be out on the fringe of it and get yourself in trouble. So words I ended up living by. But it was really neat because, I obviously grew up in a prohibition environment, and that was the one event I really had ever been to. I was, of course, just 18. Where it was out in the open and it was celebrated in that way, and it was somewhat okay, right? But then again, it wasn't. And I remember that your message I was telling these guys was that one was to stick with each other, but also that, like, to look at it as a movement that needed validation. That as much as we love it, our stoner mentality wasn't really going to get it legalized, and here we are so many decades later. You were right. So it stuck with me. And I told these guys I moved out west to be in cannabis in Colorado probably a couple decades too early for the industry part of it, but so anyhow, I believe that's what full circle is. So
Yeah.
thanks for the inspiration and great to meet you.
Well, thank you. It's just too bad that Ben Mazel, who put on those events, died early in life. Actually, he died of lung cancer. He smoked a lot of cigarettes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he'd be alive today, but for tobacco. So, but those were pivotal. Those were pivotal events because everybody was saying how terrible it was. There was nobody speaking up for it.
Right.
And also, everybody was so afraid. And I mean, there was reason to be fearful, but everybody was so afraid. But looking around and seeing other people of like mind gave everybody both more respect for themselves and more feeling of being part of the community. So
yeah,
I think those events were very helpful. Yeah.
It was very metaphoric for me as a kid, seeing it. And you were right. I walked into the middle of the crowd and smoked a lot of weed with people and never talked to a cop that day, right? And as long as I've been a part of this community, I've considered it that same movement, right?
Yep.
And so it's been awesome to see how much has come along since then. But you had it in the moment.
Brought to you by the Yippies.
Right.
Yeah, I mean Ben was part of the Yippie Insiders. Yeah, it was that event basically was a Yippie event.
Does that still
all
go
the
on?
speakers. Dana Beal was there.
Okay.
Later on, D'Angelo would be at a lot of the events. They were all Yippies.
Yep. Yippee! Yep, they were yippies, all right.
Ed, what are you smoking tonight? Is it something you grew, or is it like Tom?
It's
oh, is that just
I had
hash?
this grass that
Wait, he
tasted
said grass.
good
Call
and
him a
everything,
cop.
but it wasn't that
No, he
strong because by the time it flowered, it was partially in the shade. So I decided to make water hash with it, and that's what I'm smoking here. This water hash.
Is it all is it all like 90 or is it a little mix? What you got?
It's I had so many varieties. I just put everything together.
Have you heard from anyone in Amsterdam that went to Dabadoo?
No.
Well, shout out to
Peter
Papadopoulos and Harmony Extracts for first place.
First and third, I think.
First and third, yeah.
They got both sides.
Wow.
Yep.
And that was a 10-year loop for him too.
Where was it held?
In Amsterdam.
Amsterdam.
He actually, it was just like Anna was saying. You have a full circle right here with Mike. Peter won the first Dabadoo, so this was a 10-year arc that just closed.
Well, Peter has invited Jane and myself to go to Greece.
It was
we're probably going in June.
And it was
wonderful.
And it was Mila's 79th.
79?
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, not 70th. No, she was 69 last on her first Dabadoo.
Got it.
And now it's 10 years later. So that's crazy.
So then she's 75, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But she's not as old as you.
No, she's killing it though. She's been because there was that. I mean, when she did the first Dabadoo is also when she had all those heart issues and stuff, and it was like kind of it was a moment in time where it was like, oh shit, and now she's really bounced back so hard from that, and
that's great.
She has 35 Dabadoos in those 10 years. Literally, this is a 35th Dabadoo. So that's crazy. And they're all over the world, and she has people flying.
Jane, stop this crazy thing!
Thank you, Vinnie. Finally.
And only people over 40 will know it. Maybe even 45.
I was over there listening. I knew.
You were like, God.
Years ago, Mila and I traveled through Switzerland together.
Ooh.
When it was legal for 2 years.
So like 96 or something like that?
99 and
or a little later. Yeah.
2000.
Okay, so
yeah.
When it was really legal.
We traveled together through the country.
Oh, I know all about that.
What was
and then
like?
Then in 2001 they made it illegal again.
No, and they definitely, and Switzerland is like, I always was calling it the Germany, or the Texas of fucking Europe, because everything there, these guys would just go big. You know, everything you did was like, we'll just grow a giant field, and then we'll just cut it down with giant. They had like huge tractors just taking down giant indicas, and you know nobody was giving a fuck because they were just filling these pillows, and it was like totally like everybody.
It was some of the worst weed ever.
Well, they didn't. Well, there was people just not giving a shit and just throwing down.
No, it's that what they did was they got hemp seed and they were growing it and saying it's marijuana. That's what happened.
Well, that's
most of the time.
That's I'm sure.
And I worked there in the year 2000.
There was some people with a lot of people went there with good genetics, so there was some stuff floating around, but definitely there was people taking the advantage of the whole concept because they were selling these pillows, which was, I'm sure they were hemp, because they didn't give a shit, because they were literally the whole deal was because they were sealed as a pillow, it was legal. But of course, you know, like, don't open up the pillow, whatever you do.
Well, I was a consultant for a 30-acre farm, and what we did was light deprivation throughout the season. So once the plants were just very, very short, we flowered them, and so we'd have 3 or 4 plantings in a season in Switzerland. Year 2000. So the guy who did it, you couldn't get Swiss people to do farm labor. So he got all these Yugoslav refugees, and he only hired the women. And he hired the women from all the different groups. The women all got along. And then, none of them had green cards.
Oh yeah.
So they couldn't send the guy to prison. They couldn't send them to prison for the pot because it was legal.
Was John Smith.
So they sent them to prison for hiring people who were illegally working there. So here's the question: you're a refugee from some country, right? You're not coming in with a lot of stuff. So if you can't work, how do you live? You know, how can you afford to live there? But that wasn't the Swiss problem, right?
Especially not Switzerland. It's not cheap.
So anyway, they put my employer imprisoned them for a year for hiring these people who didn't have green cards or the equivalent.
Wow.
Fuck them.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, like I said, they were doing crazy. People there were going over the top because they had like a window for a little while, and there was Swiss guys that we knew.
People could get high from the pot we were growing.
Well, I knew guys that had built like a huge, like ridiculous sized pollinator style thing, but it was like 9 feet tall and it was huge screens, and they were just like, I was like, oh my God, you guys are out of your minds. But they were just growing so much and processing so much that it was like, no, it was definitely one of those. It was one of those times when you saw it because they had the money also to do things because the Swiss weren't broke. You know, it wasn't like
I thought they were meticulous with everything.
And they were very meticulous.
But then they grow bad weed.
Well, they were growing so much of it. Is what the problem. There was a lot of people taking advantage of it.
It depends on the company, and a lot of them they didn't know what they were doing. As long as they were growing plants, they were happy. And then there were other people who had a more agricultural and cannabis cultural approach to it. So
Shanti Baba
it
was out
depended
there.
where you were and who you were with, you know.
Yeah, there was people like it was funny because in Amsterdam, it was a lot like how when Oklahoma opened up, and all the people from Colorado who had moved to Colorado to learn how to grow weed or hang out with the weed, all of a sudden were like, "Whoa, wait, there's somewhere new," and they were like, "You mean for what? You can do, huh? They're letting you do." They're like, "Oh, well, I'm going." So all the real opportunistic people left, meaning there was like a mix between people who were going to be taken advantage of and other people who are going to take advantage of. You know what I mean? So it was kind of like a mix of all the above, because you had people who were good growers going there with no money, but they had this genetics, and they got like, I know that I think it was Paradise who brought all their genetics there, and then were like locked out of their spot. You know, the classic, like, "Oh, what do you mean? Oh, yeah, we have all your stuff now." And so they had to like fight to get their things back. And there was a lot of that going on where there was just manipulation of, so there was people bringing good genetics there, but then there was also, like he was saying, people just growing hemp and filling up these little things and selling them to other tourists who didn't know. And they were like, "Oh, I've got weed." And a bunch of
I suppose if you're going to mix it with hash at some point anyways, it probably doesn't entirely matter.
Well, I mean, it's funny too, because everywhere has this sort of time period. Like even here, there was people taking hemp and spraying it with Delta 9 and whatever, and just going up the East Coast, and all that stuff was happening, because there's always going to be those opportunistic people who don't give a fuck. But you know that. Yeah,
but on the other hand, if it's hemp sprayed with Delta 9, people do get high from it.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you're
yeah, I mean that's different than
it's
smoke.
bad.
You smoke and you toke and you just can't get high.
Right.
No, but he was saying people were mixing it with hash, so they would get high. Like that could slip through the system, where a lot of people would. But yeah, if you're smoking it, cause that's the thing, is nobody's really smoking flower in Europe hardly at all without, you know. I mean, they are now more than they were, but for the most part, it's like everybody's mixing, and tobacco's definitely more than weed in general. So it's like, yeah. Unfortunately, like I said, there's always going to be those there's opportunistic persons.
Right. It's like the whole Delta 8 industry. You know, they're the opportunists. Hopefully now that there's this new you can use all of the hemp-derived THC, Delta 9, that is extracted from the process into edibles, so that hopefully that puts out the whole Delta 8 market, and we don't see that anymore with just an influx of cannabinoids. That's a game changer, I think. What about you, Ed? Where do you stand on the whole Delta 8 thing?
Well, I don't think people got the full effects that they got from 9, that you get from 9. So better than not.
So we had on
Is it though?
Yeah, we had Dr. Mark Scaldone on, who says that Delta 8 could be toxic, and that the process, that the way it's synthesized, which is not natural, is really bad.
Well, it depends. You know, a lot of it is natural, could be natural. So I'm not gonna argue with the doctor about that. You know, like, people shouldn't use anything that's toxic.
Yeah, but I could be misquoting him. I think it's the toxicity of the process.
I don't know. You know what? I don't know. That hasn't been my focus. I'm more focused on
Facebook.com/hacked. And
yeah, but also, like, right now, what I'm trying to do, do you remember at some point in your life, you probably had some weed, and you opened up the bag and it smelled up the room, and you closed the bag and you couldn't get the smell out of the room? Have you ever had stuff like that?
Of course.
Yeah, like at the airport.
Only when you don't need it. Only when you don't
the
want
airport.
it to smell. Like the moment you don't want it to smell, like you're in a tight situation with
like
people.
You're in a hotel, you're in a hotel room or something.
Exactly.
Right?
It's never at home when you're just like.
But I'm trying to find that those very, very strong, the ones with the very strong odors, and it's not terpenes, It's a different class of aromatics that a lot of them they have a sulfur. They have sulfur atoms in them.
Yeah, like thiols or whatever.
Well, I don't know if DJC has what you're talking about in it. However, I will say this: there is that when we were going to Area 420, there's a little hotel in I don't know, one of the little towns, Sawatch, in Sawatch.
Yeah, you got it right.
It was like a 9-room hotel. Even got Vinnie a room there once. 9-room hotel, and the woman is so anti-cannabis, and she even asked, "Are you one of them potters?" When I was checking in, right? I made the mistake of opening a can of DJC and rolling a joint in the room the morning that I left. Okay? That's all I did. I didn't do anything else but roll the joint. And as I'm leaving the room, I went, that might have been a mistake. And sure enough, I get a text from her. Were you smoking marijuana in the room? And I'm like, no. I did not smoke anything in there. I didn't say, well, I smoked a joint. I rolled a joint. And so, yes, if you want, I can get you some of that and you can test it.
There you go. Old lady smelled it weed. I got
Did you say that to her or are you saying that to me?
Did you get in trouble?
I'm saying that was the weed that I rolled. And so if you wanted to, you asked if it happened to anybody, I'm saying that it happened to me. It really stunk the shit out of the room.
That's the stuff I'm looking for.
The Dirty Taxi is really stinky. That's a good one. That's got some funk to it. So I got some.
That whatever this was.
It's a different level. That
charcuterie haze.
Yeah.
Remember cheeseburger haze?
And just opening the window won't get it out right away.
For sure. No, we're all looking for that, Ed. That's what we all want. Sticky.
No, you know what? People didn't want it.
I know. Well, they didn't want it because they didn't want to get busted back in the day.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
Yeah,
you couldn't smoke it anywhere.
It was paranoia.
Is there a skunk around here?
Well, that was the thing is, I always tell everybody it's just natural selection, right, at this point, because if you were growing that and you didn't cover your ass somehow and nobody had carbon filters, nobody understood any of that kind of technology then. So unless you had a cover story or you were in
skunk farmer.
Like I said, I knew people that literally would go around, and if they saw a dead skunk, they'd pick it up, throw it in the back of the truck, bring it back, throw it like right next to the house, and then everybody would go like, "Damn, I smell a skunk." They'd be like, "Oh, look, there it is, right there. Oh, okay, that's why." And then they just kind of replace the skunk every couple of weeks and get a new skunk.
Another solution might be to just
always a dead skunk here.
Grow some hogs in your backyard.
Exactly, Ed. Perfect. Where do you live? You can have pigs where you live? Give me a fucking break. Tops, can you have pigs where you live? See, he can't have pigs where he lives, so done.
I could have pigs.
You had them done, man.
2 kids.
I could.
They're teenagers.
They're too much work, though. They're fucking too strong. They're too strong. Like you don't want to. I have a friend who's
and they're very smart.
Who has animals, and he's like, you guys do not want a pig. Sorry. I'm like, no.
Don't give them a book. They'll read it.
For sure. No, they're easy to handle. Even the small ones. They got them girth to them.
They're stubborn.
So, what are you going to do for the holidays, for the New Year's, really, at this point?
It's so unpot. I'm going to the Sphere.
Unpot? You're going unpotted out? You're not going all potty? You're going to
No. I'll probably use mushrooms. Yeah. So I'm going to the Sphere in Vegas, and
really?
And to the Cirque du Soleil show.
Yes.
I've seen that show. I saw that show once before, a number of years ago, and it still stands out as one of the amazing shows in my life. So we'll see if it's as good as I thought it was. And doing other things. And I don't gamble there, so we'll probably just eat, go to shows. hang out. With my whole family's going to be there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, my daughter, son.
No, the sphere looks cool. It's like, did you see that there's like these weird bad seats though that people get, and they're like,
yeah, $500 a seat,
and they're like, oh wait a minute, they didn't tell us we're in the like
obstructed
view zone of the sphere. So yeah, make sure you get good seats. Don't fuck around.
Wait, are you in the stoner section? Because that's obstructed view.
Don't do the
they
stoner
expect you to
section.
Complain.
Is that the stoner section?
I have no.
Come on.
Where are you sitting at? Do you know?
Let Dave fuck it up for you. Let Dave fuck it up and get you.
Yeah,
I have no idea where the seats are.
There was a chart, and it looked like they were good seats. We'll see.
Yeah, I know.
If not, I'm a good complainer. So.
Oh yeah.
What? You?
So what's the
Me?
game?
Yeah.
What is there? Is it what's that? The New Year's? Is it?
Well, what?
Yeah,
Who's playing?
What show are you going to?
It's just I don't know.
You don't even know.
You don't. What, Mark? Hey, Mark. Game? How's the game?
Oh.
Hold on.
Hey, what's up, dude?
The game good?
Yeah, we're
You
good.
think
Good.
you might be able to look up who's playing at the Sphere when Ed is there?
Yeah, just to double check.
He
to
wasn't
make sure.
listening.
When is he
When are you
playing?
going to be there, Ed?
The 24th, I think. 24th.
Sometime in December.
No, it's the 24th. Yeah.
You're going Christmas Eve?
It's Gucci Mane. It's Gucci Mane, and
It says December 24th is just the Sphere Experience, which is the Sphere Experience starts with
Sphere
Aura,
Expense.
our real-life humanoid robot, which will take you on a tour into the future of technology.
No,
Sounds
it's not the 24th, and it's
super lame. You don't
no,
like that.
Why would you be going Christmas Eve?
There's a whole show involved in it.
It's got to be you.
You know what?
It's
I
gotta
don't
be you
handle
two.
that.
It's
Other
you too. It's gotta
other
be.
people in the group handle that.
It's you
stuff.
two right now. That's all that is.
But have you ever seen
It
O?
says here.
Yes.
Doesn't say that.
Yep.
That's
They
pretty
quit?
amazing.
The 23rd to the 26th is the Sphere Experience thing.
Sphere
Wait, hold on, Ed. What month are you going?
All right.
This one.
Yeah,
Wait, I want an answer.
it's always you two.
Are you
apparently.
going in December, the current month, or are you going in January next month?
December, this month.
Wouldn't the 24th be tomorrow or
No.
Sunday?
Sunday.
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 In 2 days?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
He's probably gonna take a
we're
plane.
leaving tomorrow.
Oh, maybe he's going to see Wu-Tang. They just started their...
Oh, yeah, Wu-Tang.
They're
And
going to
this-
start their Las Vegas residency.
I could see Ed going to
Yeah,
that.
totally.
Ed, you're going to Wu-Tang with Jane?
Nice.
I'd love to, but I don't think we have tickets to it.
Adam can make a call.
I can make a call.
Yeah.
Can make
Yeah.
it happen. No, but that's not starting that quick, I don't think.
All right.
All right, well, that's good. You have to give us the Sphere I can't even say it, but Sphere Experience
Oh, boy.
report. It looks dope, though.
Mm-hmm.
Looks dope.
And they say the seats are hard if you're like down too far because you got to look up at the sphere. Is that what it is?
Ed, are you down or high or low?
He doesn't know.
We're at a mid-level.
Yeah, I think that's where you want to be.
Oh, yeah,
That's
then you
what I
got
heard.
the seats, baby.
Yeah.
You don't want to be at the bottom of the sphere. That'd be terrible. Your whole neck would get cracked up.
Yeah.
All right.
I
Depends.
thought it just rolls around.
No, not really.
No, I don't think so.
That's not how it works, but
I don't think so. But I think Fish is going to be there, and then I heard Bob Weir is going to play there. Maybe even whatever the new Dead experience is.
Yeah, I read there thinking about
You know, it's very expensive. I
You
mean,
don't say.
no way.
the worst seats are still expensive.
$400,000 electricity bill every month there. So
Wait, what?
It's $460,000 a month for the power. So
I
Well-
honestly, I think that's low. That it could be more than that.
They get a discount rate.
I'm sure.
Oh, don't get me started.
the whole
on my-
thing is a big screen, right, on the inside
I stayed at the
And outside.
the Palazzo.
and outside. Wow.
The outside is amazing. I can only imagine what's goes on inside. You're gonna have a great time, Ed.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be a cool show to see there.
Yeah.
Tell us all about it.
It's just so damn expensive that I don't care to see it.
Yeah.
See? Okay. Now you understand
No.
why I can't bring myself to smoke that Dablogic.
That's
rosin.
different. That's a consumable. This is
That's a consumable
like art, I guess.
that you
Question
consume.
mark?
Gone.
Concessions? Ugh. I don't know. Whatever, dude.
You're gonna talk me out of giving you guys Christmas presents.
How many jars of hash?
Hey, listen, you know what?
Stashed away in
For,
this
for
fashion?
what you're going to pay for giving them a Christmas present, you could buy a heifer for a poor person.
You know, we are so shadow banned right now.
And I don't even want to break that one down.
Yeah, we can dissect that on so many levels, Ed. Okay, I mean, what really? Watch, Mr. X. Don't show your face.
Don't. Oh my. Everyone saw your elbow.
You got a little forearm, dude.
Everyone saw your elbow.
Little forearm action.
Ed, did you see Mr. X? It just came on camera there. Could you
Yeah,
tell
I
who
saw
he was?
the arm.
You saw the arm.
Could you identify the arm in court, sir?
I'm not going to give it
You do
away.
kind of look like
I have too much respect.
Yeah,
Thank
Mr. X,
you.
you got respect.
Damn. I think the guy would bring his own lighter. Fuck. You know those people who don't bring lighters to the show, Mark, right?
Yeah, Mark.
Fuckers,
Dude,
man.
I know.
After
What are
went
they
to, like,
thinking?
Trade
I mean,
shows, and they were like giving
it's
them
every
away.
week.
It's like MTI's going to bring all of his lighters to the show, dude, and just leave them here.
That is something.
The funny part is I look at a lighter right before I leave, and I go, should I bring it? Nah, someone will have it. Like,
Someone will
have.
definitely have one this age of.
You gotta ask somebody like
smoking.
Mike, who's at a dispensary, right, all the time. You probably have access to a jillion lighters. You never think about it.
Yeah.
Papers, you never think about it. And then one day, you
It's
don't
weird.
have them. Oh, almost. What if I said it was weird?
Yeah,
That would have
been
been
good.
I just took lighters out of my truck today.
See,
How many?
Before I came here, too.
You're like, I should take these out of my truck because I'm going to their show and they don't have lighters. And so you had that thought. So
Adam, no, he was listening to our show when Jeff Gard said you don't have lighters in reach, because if you have lighters in reach, that's how they.
a
ride
lighter?
out
I don't
of-
remember that part.
Absolutely, that's
he
what
say?
he said. He said as long as you don't have lighters, you
But
don't
what's
have
that little
joint-
nook in your car for?
Torch.
It's interesting. You want to know?
they
Want to
make
see
torches
something
that
interesting? Look at this.
Oh, I know. There it is right there. Boom.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
You know. So
Yeah.
I've done stand up actually since the 80s. I do it occasionally. I haven't done it for a few years.
That's pretty cool. That thing has a carb on it.
Do you
like
remember that
Is
one?
that like a little garage
Yeah.
door that opens up or
That's
something?
what most people say is that the carb is like what amazes them. They're like, dude, it's always awesome because I can never clear those things, you know?
Right?
And it makes your glass cleaner for a
Oh,
little
no
bit longer.
way.
I mean, unless
That's
you
fucking
add them
cool.
putting
You can
1
double
gram
carb it by
globs in
tipping
there.
it too. If you snap it right.
Oh, that's not as scientific as I'm
Oh,
thinking
that's
it
right.
is.
Yeah, that's right.
That's cool.
It's genius, though.
That's awesome.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
absolutely genius.
It's very well thought out, and it's much more like hitting a regular bong. when you-
Tab X time.
What happened now? You fucked
I
up.
know. I'm saying bring up Tab X and let's get that one out of the way.
What's the other
You-
program that we have over there?
I have just been given a notice.
Oh shit! What happened?
The
It
Bluetooth
says
or
instructions.
It's Bluetooth.
Step
It says
1.
Bluetooth. It might
Go
be
to
on-
Oh,
Ed
there's another one on
Rosenthal.
the other side of that white top over there. You can't see it from where you're sitting.
Sorry.
Good reach.
I'm sorry. What did you say? I wasn't listening.
I'll start again. Instructions. Step 1. Go to Ed Rosenthal, parentheses, Animal World, on Facebook. And that's on facebook.com, Ed Rosenthal, cute. So,
I don't know
Step
about
2.
that.
Can you go back and say that again?
They
Saul?
changed this thing. They changed it to a community center, and it's Edward Rosenthal cute is the actual like.
So I'm on
word to
Facebook
get.
right now. I go
What
to
the
search. Usually you're
Yeah,
right
I see
there
it.
in my feed. All right, hold on.
It's right here.
Search Ed Rosenthal, friend or community center? Animal World.
The community center.
Yeah, Animal World.
Yeah, Animal World.
Got
Step
it.
2.
Step 2.
Click down on the pull down menu.
The 3 dots.
The one with the 3 little dots on the right side of the screen, and click on Find Support or Report.
Report? You want us to report it?
I don't see the 3 dots on the screen.
Ooh, now we're talking.
You're losing everybody. You
just go to.
Got it. 3 dots on the screen.
Here you go.
Report.
Yeah.
Report profile.
Then click on Find Support or Report.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Step 3.
Hold on. You're going
fraud or scams.
A fraud or scam. Got it.
And then you can join my new Facebook page, which is...
Wait, you have to ask, asking me for financial information or other?
Other. Is what I did.
Other.
Then block, unfollow Ed. Fraud or scam other. Can you say done?
Yeah.
Wow, you got hacked. 276,000 followers.
That means a lot of people are going to have to undo that. So everybody do exactly what Ed just said. I was able to follow it.
Well,
So
what's going to happen is that they're eventually going to remove the scam page. And step 4, join my new page, which is The Real Ed Rosenthal. So it's on Facebook.com, Ed Rosenthal 420.
The Real Ed Rosenthal. All one word or no? Not on Facebook. You don't do it.
Ed Rosenthal 420. Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So Michael
You have
says,
4
says
followers.
You need to recover the old. Don't start.
The Real Ed Rosenthal is going to be the new page until we do something. Until this is taken care of.
So right now you have 38 followers. So I'm 39.
Yeah.
So we only have 276,554 to go before we have the same number as the people who stole your account. So give us a few months. We have reached.
I do think that it's reaching a critical point where they're going to, where Facebook is going to do something about this.
I hope so. I hope.
But it
so.
is
I do
information
too.
that you should fucking memorize.
Ed, relax.
That wasn't me. Hey, so it's really disheartening that people have to go through that and that it happens to people all the time. It's just messed up.
It's the truth. It's the truth. And we're sorry it happened to you, Ed, and hopefully everybody, Mark put instructions in the chat, or
That's
Mike Rowe
fucked up.
did, and I was able to do it right then and whatever. So it was easy. It worked.
I did it.
Somehow between Ed's
and
delivery and...
All right, if you can show me how to do it.
His autism, it worked. Somehow.
You can go on my Instagram page and it has that on it. So
wait, I have to go to Instagram now?
No, I'm saying you could go to get those instructions. People could go to my Instagram page.
Got it.
I saw that going differently in my mind.
I'm kind of worried having you on the show, though. Maybe who's ever after you is now going to come after Mark.
Well, there's some commercial purpose to their doing it.
They instant messaged me right away. Yeah, that's funny.
Who instant messaged you?
The hacked Ed Rosenthal page.
What'd you say to them?
Well, because someone was asking why he was posting weird, because they're posting like stuff about dogs and stuff like that, and they're like, "Why'd you change your content, Ed?" I was like, "Well, he was hacked," and then they messaged me to try and scam me or something. I don't know. Weird. Yeah, this is all happening as you guys were talking earlier.
Really?
Oh, so look, you have.
I wasn't just watching the game.
Mark, the champion of Ed Rosenthal 420, coming to your aid, Ed.
Great.
Ed, will you help us sell some stuff? Should we sell some things?
What are you selling today?
Potatoes.
Yep.
First off, barbecue.
Oh, barbecue. No.
We got
Do you eat
barbecue
barbecue, Ed?
Of course he does.
Not meat.
You're like me.
Why
but
couldn't
fish.
you just play along?
Oh shit.
Yeah, I ate chicken. I mean, I ate chicken
there
and
you
fish,
go.
but not beef.
Oh, we got chicken
Not
for you.
no mammals.
Well, if you're in Colorado, you can come to Viper Pit Barbecue at 4300 West Alameda. You should go to their website and place a pre-order. It usually sells out. So
You gotta call me.
yeah, you got to call, place a pre-order.
Yeah.
You don't want to just show up and go,
Hey.
I want
Well, you can.
what
can.
burnt
It
ends
comes
are
at the right
sold
time,
out.
but you might.
Place
I'm
a
doing pretty good.
pre-order. And they have Ozo coffee there, so you can get Ozo coffee made at Viper Pit Barbecue. And thank you, Mike, for getting me that one earlier and having Vinny bring me
What's
4
So High
shots.
Cafe actually say?
The brisket's on
So
point.
High Cafe.
First on point.
Just
SoHighCafe.com.
to confuse you.
Shout out to Viper.
Carry the 2. OzoCoffee.com. Guys are amazing. You enter Dunn Deal 23. It's not Dunn Deal. Dunn Deal 23. You get 20% off your order. They just released a new Guatemalan strain bean. Great coffee, grown all over the world. Jordan and the company have relationships with farmers. They buy the beans green. They have it shipped to Boulder, Colorado, and roasted on a 1959 roaster. It's amazing coffee. Get the subscription. Done deal 23.
How much is a subscription?
I mean, sorry, the subscription there is I don't know. It's their monthly. Just click on it and it'll tell you how much it is. And if you enter Done Deal, you're going to get 20% off.
Nice.
Coffee makes me a mite nervous when
And it's nice just because it comes right about the time you need it too. You're like, oh shit,
I'm almost out of coffee. Oh, there
here
it is.
Boom, you know, almost
Yeah.
every time.
And it's different. Or there is a rotation that they go through, and they'll cycle in the new stuff with their current lineup. What is this? Oh, a new website.
Build a Soil. Go to them. Go to buildasoil.com. Check out the site. Obviously, they got all sorts of deals going on. So, if you want to get the Dunn deal, you got to call them direct, which is 855-877-SOIL. This time of year, it's time to get if you're going to be getting ready for outdoors, then it's conditioning your soils and things like that. You can go to them direct. Check out their website. They got tons of cool amendments.
Cool.
And hard to find. It's like everybody else's. If you look at most people's grow stuff, it's like kind of the same.
Why don't you show those amendments? It's the next slide.
Yeah, come on, man.
What?
What?
He's not listening to you because he's watching the game right now.
No,
show those amendments. He said.
Okay. Which
Yeah,
amendments?
He wants to see the next slide. Boom.
Yeah.
They've got Coots original mix. They've got they can do soil mixes. They have Duke Diamonds mix, which is pretty cool. So if you want to grow.
Organic T-shirt too. Smoke trees every day.
Oh shit!
Smoke trees every day.
You know what? That was a small size T-shirt, and then they washed it with some of their fertilizer, and look what happened to it.
It got huge. But yeah, they're great products. Also, fermented plant extracts from our buddy Miles
who did an
flying up.
amazing live on Instagram for all the time. It was a long time yesterday or day before.
They're crushing. They're doing all sorts of classes right now. They're doing nice classes and teaching KNF, stuff like that. So you should check them out. Great social networking guys and just cool people all around. So check them out. Buildasoil.com. Oh shit, yo tips.
Hold on, and it'll vibrate at you there, and it'll be ready. So go to yotip.com, enter Done Deal at checkout. You will get 10% off your order. But really, get us in touch with your dispensary, your smoking lounge. It's great. A barrier of protection so you don't get... We have 3 going. Conference cough, wook flu, hippie lip, I guess COVID too, the plague. So you don't want any of those things. Nothing's going to protect you all the time, every time, but you might as well have an added layer of protection. Look for it in a store near you real soon.
GreenFarmsMed.com.
Green Farms Med. They have all of... do they have your Dablogic product? I mean, do you sell outside of Hash House or Verde Natural? I mean...
Oh, yeah.
So, does JW have them?
Medical, Buku Loud is a good place to get them.
How about in Colorado Springs? Can you go to Green Farms Med?
That's a good question. I make them.
Well, we should get you in touch.
Yeah.
So go to Green Farms Med in
They have
Colorado.
800 SKUs at their spots, so they definitely should.
You have no.
800 SKUs?
Mm-hmm.
That is like the Chinese restaurant you go to that has been
a lot
there
of
for
SKUs for a
47
small
years
shop.
that has 800 dishes.
Yeah.
Greenfarmsmed.com.
He has all the edibles, so he might already have it.
He might already have it. Enter
I'll
Dunn Deal
ask.
at checkout, 10% off, or if you're in the store, browbeat them into more.
Green Bros.
So got a call today from someone, friend of ours, and I got him in touch with Jared. He was like, I called, and you want to know the coolest thing? The owner of the company answered the phone. So they made a greenhouse in North Dakota that stood during a storm that was minus 72 degrees for 3 days, 50-mile-an-hour winds, and it was 70, or I got that back. It was minus 70, and it was 72 inside all 3 days. The mechanics are on the interior layer. Nothing is exposed to the elements. It is an amazing greenhouse. We're going to have one out here soon that will be covering the area. So you go to hortitechdirect.com. Tell them you heard about it on the Adam Dunn Show. You'll save 5%. But I know what you're saying. Right, Mike? You're saying 5%. That's just not enough.
I can see you saying that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need.
So I was just thinking that.
I'm gonna need 6 of these amazing trim brushes. That will be included, negotiated just by me.
Wait, what?
In the wrong place.
That's the wrong place, dude.
Oh, I was.
So wait, I get 5%
we're at Heart Attack.
No, we're at Green Bros.
You don't know what you're doing anymore, dude. You're out of it.
I'm really high. I looked and I said.
So these work because he doesn't even know what ads he's doing.
Yeah.
Well, I did Heart Attack.
That's like your lead singer fucking up the song or something. You're like, we're all just sitting back.
Hello, Wisconsin. We're in Pittsburgh, man.
Yeah.
So just put green. Anyway.
mind. Never
I
mind.
love
National
Green
medical
Bros.
issue.
Sioux
So-
Falls instead of Sioux City Falls.
This trim bucket right here is the equivalent of 4 marks. All you need is a drill and a Homer bucket, and it really does about 80% of the trim work for you, so you don't have to really worry. So go to greenbros.com, enter Dunn Deal at checkout. You get 10% off, 5% off your big ticket items and 10% off the bucket. We saw the Holy Roller in action in Vegas. Holy shit, pickles. It makes joints of every single size. So it's fine-tunable. You use it in a cold room. Amazing technological machine. It is, according to Cullen, the best joint roller, hard stop. greenbros.com.
ApothecaryFarms.com. Colorado and Oklahoma's concentrate-focused dispensary. Welcome to the experts in terpene preservation. And actually, right now, all the way past the first of the year, I believe, they are doing their Max Out Monday prices for everything all day long, all week long.
Even Christmas
Like
and
rocket.
New Year's.
They're
'cause
rocking it,
both
dude.
on Mondays.
Wait,
Yeah.
they're open both those
Both
days?
on
I
Mondays.
believe
They're
that
gonna
they
have to
do.
be if they're doing it. They can't
I
be 2
honestly
days
think
on a
that
Monday.
They stay open during those days.
Well,
so.
we won't
have
ever
to.
know because we're never having Brent and his friend back on the show ever again.
Oh, because they scared the hell out of you?
We interviewed them, and all they were talking about is how often people who drive through the same 2 towns, Guyman and Woodward, that I have to drive through to get home, getting pulled over all the time for just anything. And I've passed the 2 black cop cars, blacked out windows, lights on it. They're like the Dodge Chargers, and they're intimidating and scared the shit out of me. I pulled one of those, hey, I'm going to Canada, let's check the car thing to make sure nothing was in it, and that's how I drove clean.
Where's home?
Through here, right here in Colorado.
But if you're in Colorado or Oklahoma, you don't have to worry about that. Just go hit up Apothecary
Fuck
Farms.
yeah.
Get the done deal. Check it out.
Well, I wonder, that's another conversation. We should have somebody on who can talk to us about why Oklahoma didn't recreational. I mean, that just seems to be ridiculous. They had an
Because
opportunity.
Nobody fucking they're making way too much money.
My guess
right
is there
now.
wasn't a Dabex when they were deciding all this.
Evangelist.
Mark wants to
Dabex.com.
watch his game, so we go to dabex.com. You know what I'm going to say? While I dig everyone, and I want you to enter Done Deal right now. If you go to their website, it's 30% off. So if you enter the code they have there.
Yeah,
so do that. Don't enter the Done Deal. Just go there and maybe just tell them in the order that you heard it from us. 30% off. So let's see. That's 60.
A lot.
That's
You're never gonna figure it out.
200.
Forget about it.
I don't know. It might be free. So anyway, the Rocket is an amazing device. Turns any dab rig into a dab rig without having to have anything else.
It's like an entry level. It's like an entry level.
I got an email that they're doing 30% off on that, I think, right now. I think that's what it is.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, the Terphogs. The Terphogs Rocket.
Yep.
Excuse me. I apologize. So still use the Done Deal.
Do the Done Deal if you're getting the Dab X.
On the Dab X.
You want to get the go.
On the go.
On the go.
Dabx.com.
Oh, wait. You want this. Get this thing.
Is it available?
Yes, you can pre-order it right now.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
This thing.
The Pro Tool.
Okay.
Shake it around. Shake it in front of them. They're going to see it. They know what you're talking about.
It's the Pro Tool.
Okay, so here's the tray, which we didn't put anything into.
Battery.
Oh,
Titanium dab tool, but I do not see.
Boom, look at that. Oh, wow.
Oh, pre-launch. Okay, let's look at pre-launch. What is pre-launch? Oh, look at that. The Pro Tool. Pro Tool.
Pro Tool is definitely worth it.
It is fantastic.
Dude, I'm so glad that you remembered to give me the cleaning kit because I need that right now.
No, the cleaning kit makes you realize quickly how dirty it was.
I'm gonna buy a stem too and get that going. Yep. But Pro Tool.
And the thing is, when you say clean it, it's not like you have to clean it every day or just clean it once every week.
Adam,
what?
You should be cleaning it every day.
No.
Oh, I'm watching you take these. You're struggling through it. Clean it.
No, you want a little back pressure. If it's no pressure, it's kind of weird too. It doesn't really hit as good. It's like it needs that little bit.
I don't know. I like it when it's super clean.
Super clean?
Yeah, I like it when it's super clean. I think it works the best.
Adam, he's got fucking 14, 15 jobs. One of them
honestly
is clean.
I let it go about 2 weeks. Honestly,
I think there's probably still some.
Yeah,
that's
I was
about
gonna say
2 weeks, and then
weekly is like more than enough.
Yeah, exactly.
More than enough.
Yep.
Start
So
hitting buttons.
Dabx.com.
Dabx.com.
Get rid of the Q-tips. You don't need them.
Yep.
You're gonna need Terp wipes.
Terpwipes.com/Dundeal. You don't have to enter the discount code anywhere. You just go to terpwipes.com/Dundeal. Amazing, amazing product. About 4 times the size. 2 times the size of a regular prep pad. Terpwipes.com/Dundeal.
14 or Boulder.
They happen to have Garden Select DJC on the shelf right now. It's fucking amazing. Go to their website, enter a pre-order. So Garden Select, everything is hand trimmed, hand processed, no machinery. They're taking it to a different level. They're not putting it in their cans right now. It is in a dark jar, sort of like what the area Boulder's going through with like 710 and a couple of others who are doing that. Absolutely off the charts, amazing flower. The rosin on point. I'm pretty sure through the holidays you'll walk out the door with a gram for $25. So go to 14erboulder.com, enter Done Deal at checkout. You'll get 10% off your order.
Taking Tops Cannabis.
I'm not going to make the mistake of inviting him to do the ad again. It was terrible. It was like us doing a giveaway.
It was basically us doing a giveaway in slow motion. It was amazing.
Yeah. TakingTopsCannabis.com or go to his Discord channel, buy a t-shirt.
All the links are right here. And check out Duncan Dabbers on Facebook. That's a cool little community.
Dabbers. He gives away shit, I hear. Like
yeah, dude, he was
random $1,000 glass
like
pieces.
Rigs. Like, that's the only way I'd ever get a $1,000 rig.
You got
For real.
You got one, man?
No.
Does he ever bring one to us?
No. But next week he's bringing us all sorts of flavors. So
good. See? So
dang,
all sorts of flavors. Why are you digging him, Dave?
Yeah, Dave.
Fuck
yeah,
Dave.
Why, Jesus, Dave.
Fuck. Don't tell him he's eating 500 fucking milligrams.
Oh, Jesus, Dave.
TakingTopsCannabis.com. Check it out.
He doesn't want us to say that it's the longest he's ever had his Instagram account up.
Boy.
Obviously, the person who hates him on Instagram doesn't listen to our show, so they don't know.
Okay.
HortitechDirect.com.
I
feel like I already did them. I'm just remembering.
Yeah.
It sounds like I already did them, but anyway.
Yeah, you already did. But
minus 72 outside, minus 70 outside, 72 inside for 3 solid days. You're going to get 6 of those brushes. Give them a call. The owner answers the phone. It's an amazing company. They do incredible work, and we're going to have one here as a sort of a little, not a double line, but you can come take a look at their technology.
Hell yeah. HortitechDirect.com. Oh.
Holy moly. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So I don't know. I'm going to say no fucking way are you going to get one in time for Christmas if you order right now. If you're on Ed, I'm pretty sure you'd agree. No fucking way will you get one for Christmas. However, makes a great gift. It's something, if you follow the story of Cheech and Chong and what they have done and how they have opened doors for us to do what we're doing here, just the ability to sit in a state and smoke cannabis freely. So you go, it's a cheechandchong.com, click on the Judge's Water. It'll take you to a spot where if you want to, oh gosh, I don't even really know how to do this, right? So,
all right.
No, we're not supposed. Well, we have a code, but we're not supposed to say it on the air. But we're supposed to figure out a way to get it to people who want it. So if you want the code, how about you send an email to dundeal@adamdunnshow.com.
Yeah, because all 3 of us check it all the time.
All the time.
Cool.
I mean,
like every day. All
yeah,
day
every
long.
day.
Yeah,
And
pretty
we'll
much.
get you
Mark's-
the code. You will
Mark's job.
get, I think it's 10% off the Judge's Water. It's a $300. It's either $300 for $250, or they made $250 and it's for $300. But since he went past, I don't remember. Bio365.com. The only company to not join us that was going to join us in Tulsa. But Bio365.
He tried to.
He tried to. It was a bummer, man.
The booth got lost.
Lost.
I know.
Lost.
He probably didn't pay off the right fucking union somewhere.
I knew
something.
No, there's just a lot of
MVP couriers.
Oh, could have been.
Oh, you're dinging them right now? They're going to ban us?
Oh, dude.
Dinging. He's saying they could have used them.
Yeah,
Oh,
us.
Got it. Oh, you're MVP.
Now you get it.
Marketing Productions.
So if you're a
edition.
grow anywhere in the country, it doesn't matter if whatever you're growing or you're licensed or not, they provide soil. They don't have anything to do with cannabis. But what they will do is they will design a soil to match whatever you're using right now, so you don't have to change anything but the soil mixture. Grow them side by side. The question Tim is going to ask you when he gives you a call after you email him at tim@bio365.com is, do you have a loading gate? Because he's going to send you a fuck ton of soil. So, bio365.com.
Numbnuts.
Numbnutsco.com. Enter Dunn Deal at checkout. 20% off all their CBD peanut butter.
There was one lying around here. What's going on with that?
I
I
don't
was
know.
asking Mark. I was like, what?
Yeah, there's one lying around here.
Lying around here.
What do you mean lying around? Like he dropped one off?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Came out of nowhere.
I don't know.
No, it was Vinnie's. Yeah, it was Vinnie's. It was, in fact, it was Vinnie's, and it's a potent batch. And so go to findmynuts.com if you're a medical patient in Colorado, and you can get their 1,000 milligram THC peanut butter. It's fucking amazing. Check him out. Breckenridge Organic Therapy. If you're going skiing, hit them up before you get there. While you're standing online, go to their BreckenridgeOrganicTherapy.com. Enter Dunn Deal at checkout. 10% off the order. They don't care if you tell everybody in the waiting room about it.
They've tested the theory.
Make a flyer.
Great dispensary.
Yeah. Be the guy. Roll around on rollerblades and hand out flyers.
The man
Spandex.
Green
Make
jacket.
sure you're wearing spandex and a green jacket.
Green
yeah.
jacket.
And
Yeah.
pantless.
Chucks.
Oh, I can see it already.
Sunscape LED.
So the technology was refined in the Chinese mining industry. It is absolutely failure-proof. So it is less than 1 in 1,000 fail. I don't even think he's had a failure yet. Go to Sunscape LED. What he does in the business is he gets repeat customers. So if you're going to lamp a facility, you're going to lamp the next facility with his technology. It's totally, you tell them how they can change each individual spectrum to adjust for each
Well, exactly that. You can change between spectrums, and you can also upgrade these really easily, which is great because a lot of these lights are kind of locked into place, and once you fuck something up, it's hard to fix, but these are meant to be future-proofed in many ways.
I like that future-proofed.
Future-proof.
I like
proof. You have to do that, yeah. Trippy thing. You should do the trippy thing while we do that. Future-proof. Yeah.
Oh, make the thingy go.
I can't because we have a guest on.
Oh,
and it won't
Ed.
work.
Never mind.
Sorry,
bro.
Yeah.
Ed, are you still with us? Say something. Do you like?
Yes, I'm listening.
We should browbeat
almost
Jen
there.
into sending you some Sunscape LED
Oh, you want
lights.
some new lights, Ed? You need some new lights?
I'm sure he would love to have you growing something under his lights.
If you're down.
Do you want? Oh, I mean, do you want to wait until after the election, or do you want?
Tell us where to send them. Where should we send these lights?
Tell us where to send them. Wait. Where does Babs have a place right now? I don't know. Spain? Anyway, sunscapeled.com. Please do tell him you heard about it on the Adam Dunn Show.
SeedsHereNow.com.
Now.
So yeah, James hit me up. He didn't hit me back, but he hit me up yesterday. So it took a while since.
Christmas savings.
Oh, spin
Your
that wheel.
What? You have to spin a
offers
wheel?
be unlocked.
Spin that wheel.
How do I do it? Oh, you have to leave your email. I already gave him my email.
Do it again. Spin the wheel.
You can't hit the wheel, dude. Okay, I'm sorry,
There's
dude.
no hitting the wheel. Sorry.
But Dave,
excited
disappointing Mike.
December is upon us, and we're celebrating the holiday season with tons of incredible deals. Every order secures a free Gush Mints Fem 1 pack. Please enjoy 25% off on all bog seeds and mint flavor strains all month long. Don't miss our Christmas Eve Spectacular 12/24, Boxing Day Bonanza 12/26, and New Year's Eve Countdown 12/31.
I'm going to pretty much guarantee that he did not put Dablogic and Verde Natural in, but which he should. These are amazing gummies. So if you have time to slip it in, someone...
Slip it in gummies? Were you slipping in these gummies?
Go to verdenatural.com. You can click on either the Denver store or the Boulder store and buy these gummies. Because holy fucking moly. First off, they taste amazing. I'd have gone through the whole 10-pack if I wasn't trying to be rude with everybody else here. Now I'm afraid
not to be. What is he talking
because I don't want to get the 50s right now. Because, fuck.
Which ones? We have to figure it out. Which ones are they?
How do we know?
You just have to eat them, and then you figure it out in the end.
Funny guy. You really want to be invited back every week then. Fuck. How do we know? I want to have some. I'm trying to think.
Well, if it's the box with the least amount left in it, then
we don't know
that's
that.
a clue.
This one smells like raspberry.
Yeah, man. Just taste them all, bro.
I want to find which
That's strawberry?
That's probably strawberry lemonade.
Yeah, that's a medical.
Okay, so
There you
here.
go.
This is...
No. I want...
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
There we go. So, what an amazing place. Julian, just the what he does with rosin is just beyond amazing. Beyond amazing. He thinks about rosin almost from the seed or from the clone. So every step of the way is to the product that we either smoke or that we're going to eat. So go to verdenatural.com and tell me Mike, really, when you walk in there.
Right away.
When you walk in, say Mike sent me.
Mike
I
said.
approve it all.
And then we have one more that I forgot to get in the right position.
Don't forget about
JeromeBaker.com.
Don't forget about Jerome Baker, of course, legend in the glass game.
We got to thank for the foot bong that we
have to
nitro charged.
Thank us for our nitro charged 5-foot bong that custom made by him, which we're gonna have to do a collab between him and Christian.
That would be another
with DabX, so we can make. Because I can already see how it's going to work. It's going to be very easy. It's going to be perfect. Just clicks on, bada boom, bada bang. Anyway, so we'll be talking a lot with. You'll be seeing a lot more Jerome Baker, Adam Dunn Show collabs in the near future. But if you're in Vegas, you want to check out his Dream Factory, which is in Denver. In Vegas. In Vegas, and it's pretty much like a bong museum. So if you want to check out some old work, new work, guys putting together pieces in the back. They were the only ones who had a kiln big enough to do our 5-foot bong anyway, so it was, match made in heaven. But I've known Jason since around 93, a couple years after he started. Came out to Amsterdam, hung out with us out there, and now he's just a legend.
He's the man.
He's a legend of the game.
Oh, gosh. No.
All right, nice 100 milligram one.
And I just saw that I think the Yo Tips fam just got their
I did. I
Adam
saw
Dunn
that.
Show
I saw that.
hoodies.
I saw that.
So that's cool.
JB.
So if you want to get your own hoodie,
what's
you
that?
go to
Colorado
adamdunnshow.com, hit up the show
Colorado
merch.
peaches and cream.
And there's
10
all
or
kinds of
50?
stuff there. It's not
10.
just Adam Dunn Show stuff. It's old THC stuff. They
And
got
some Warp
Team
stuff.
Warp
Yeah.
stuff.
And there'll be more
that's
stuff
good.
coming up on there soon after the New Year's. So keep checking back if you haven't been there in a while.
Yeah.
See some new things. I think
You
we'll
wanna
have them probably in the next couple of weeks right after the New Year's.
Offend people when you walk into the grocery store. Get the
Oh, yeah,
motherfucking
get-
Adam Dunn Show one.
Get
That's
that
pretty good.
one, that's always good.
That's always nice.
Yeah, that's a good offensive one. I always
Yeah.
wear it as much as possible, just to be that kid again.
You know what I noticed? People look at the flag and think you're
There's a little software too.
you're a
Different
blue
batch.
line.
Colorado
And
peaches
they-
and cream.
I love your jersey, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's more
How the Denver Nuggets doing?
We were doing too well last time I checked here. Yeah, we're down 3 right now. 10 minutes left in the third quarter.
Damn you.
Down
we're
by
rocking.
3.
It's cool.
It's okay.
Yeah,
that's
down
good.
by
You
3.
keep right behind.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah,
Whoa!
yeah, exactly. You know the thing.
I know. Yeah, you don't want to come with too.
That's
yeah,
not bad.
Yeah, you want to stay right there.
Yeah.
Stay in the pocket.
Exactly. Okay.
So Finkelstein shit kid in our in studio guest is the head chef over at Dablogic, making these awesome gummies. Mike Alagna, like lasagna. Right.
Right.
There
I
you
said
go.
that.
There you go. You said it. You
Yeah.
said it. And Dave ran into him. Where'd you run into him originally? You said
Who?
The hash house.
At the
Oh,
hash house.
Oh,
yeah.
were you going to pick
He
him
was
up?
building out the whole room,
Nice.
and we got to talking, and I invited him on. It was like a year ago.
There you
That's
go.
how long it took to get
Took
him
a-
booked
it
because
took
we've been booked
It
solid.
takes, wow, it takes a year to get on the show. That's
You
pretty
know, what
not
can I
true,
say? I'm
but
sorry about that.
I figure out the show at the last minute every night. Pretty much, I was like, "Oh, okay, cool.
No,
Sounds
we
good."
had Mike in the wings for over a week.
Oh, good. I didn't. I see. I was unaware.
I'm a planner.
Well, anyway, it all works out because we had Ed on here on board,
Ed, you got to try these.
and that's
I'm just-
always.
Is he gone?
No, he's here. Where is he?
Oh, he's gone now.
Oh, now he's gone.
Yeah.
The minute I wanted to talk to him,
Yeah, sorry.
tell him. Oh, okay. Well, we tried to bring him back in, but there you go. Tell him we had a good
I don't
time.
know. He
No,
was
it does-
sideways for a minute, and then I don't know what happened.
It's all right. It was on there long enough. That's long. That's another
another
long episode. And look at us coming in early. Now we have a little more time. We can do some jibber jabbering
Wow.
for whatever.
Hell yeah, jabber.
landlady.
Oh, who else? We had a couple more. And do we have
Landlady
any?
came
We have
in,
any
we got-
more side ads for anybody that we were thinking of? Come on, we always
yeah.
forget people along the way, but.
Okay.
Well,
Oh, actually, I wanted to give a shout out to Grove Bags right
Yeah,
here because
dude.
they were.
Oh,
Those things
yeah.
are fucking
Grove
awesome.
bags. Those things are awesome. I have a bunch of weed that I get from here. in those
And
bags.
these guys too. We have to give shout out to VZN guys.
And every time-
which is the only people.
VZN,
Okay,
yep.
so when we were in Oklahoma
Mm-hmm.
last week, I was thinking like, oh fuck, I forgot to bring those buds. Did we roll this as separate? Was this the last one we rolled, or have we rolled this even yet?
I rolled it. Yeah.
Did we roll it? Should we roll another one then? Let's
Okay.
roll another one because we got 10 more minutes. Might as
Yeah,
well
you better roll another one.
better roll another one. We're talking.
It was
about
the last one I rolled.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about it yet, but this is guy stopped by the booth, and I think we've talked about it on the show, but we didn't have the buds to talk because it was one of those deals. So, and he showed it to us and he said it was an OG, and right away we were like, okay, let's check this out, and it smells fucking fire, 100%. But it's kind of weird because both of us, me and Kyle, we both smelled like Chem Dog right off the gate, out of the gate. So it's kind of like, it's like one of those like borderline plants where you just don't know which way your nose is going. But V's, what was it now? You added
Coma_VZN. I just added it in the chat. So
there you go. Popped it in the chat. So you guys check it out. But this guy's definitely grown some fire in Oklahoma. So it was one of the few things I saw. Well, there was definitely good weed there, and I didn't get to see enough of it because I didn't get a chance to walk around. But it was just of the ones that just fell into our lap, basically, because it's also one of the hardest parts about doing a show is that if you're not at your booth, you're not doing the job that you're supposed to be doing there, and but then you don't get a chance to see the other booths, and if you take too long at the other booths, so it's kind of like, you get caught in between, so you end up like not seeing half the show, or whenever you're just like there as a sort of like coming through the show to check it out, you see way more of it because that's what you're there to do in the first place.
And anybody who is
as a vendor, you're always fucked.
Lucky enough to get in the, what are we calling it, the nitrous-assisted rig.
Supercharger bomb.
Just get ready. This is, I listened to him sort of go through it with Christian. This is just the beginning of what's going to happen. I mean, I think it might drive itself by the time you guys are done with it. Pretty sure. Like, it might be controlled with foot pedals and handbrakes.
Oh, no, it's coming. Don't worry, it's coming together.
Did you hear about this? I mean, holy fucking smokage. Is there a video you can put up just for anyone who hasn't seen it just yet? Really? Not?
No, he doesn't have a video. That was so last week.
is it at?
That was so last week, trying to get that organized.
So,
but anyway, we did a nitrous-assisted 5-foot
Hold on, I'll do
dab
mine.
rig.
I'll do
What
mine.
does the nitrous do?
Helps push the smoke because the problem
Like
is
he just
and
kicks you back? Like,
oh yeah,
does the inhaling for you?
I mean, why use oxygen?
It does the extra work. It does the extra work for you because you don't have to like. Because we're
when I
old.
said
We're getting
no,
old
geez.
now. It's kind of like pulling on a 5-footer. You don't really ever get a good enough rip because you're kind of like you don't. It's so hard to get enough air through the thing and push it up at the same time.
We're not 18 anymore.
When you're young, because you'll see it. You'll see the smoke coming up. You're like, rah, 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 and this way you're like, and you're like,
Okay.
perfect, perfection, nailed it. See,
nailed it.
Oh, I've been seeing this. Yeah, no, okay.
And then
And then Vinny has a little magic button over there.
And then that just helps you kind of like blammo.
And then you're gonna see how it shoots. And that's a champion bong rip with a champion team on his head right there.
And then you get that extra wah-wah kind of zone.
And
So
then-
you're not quite there, but you're perfect. You're
And
like,
then you stand up immediately. That's what you do.
Yeah, you try to stand up immediately and fall over. No, you don't do that.
Who did
that? Me. I didn't fall over there.
But yeah. It's,
So this is a bong that pushes the smoke into your lungs.
So it's hooked up to right here. There's a tube.
This
on
one was,
this.
yeah. This one was. We're gonna eventually have it all mounted properly.
Yeah.
We're gonna get it. This was like Mach 1.
This was our booth in Oklahoma.
Yeah, we had.
And just let me, you just don't. I know you love them. I love
Oh
you,
no,
Daniel.
we actually inspired somebody. So we Weedbogs 420, who listens to the show for sure, he hangs out over the Tetrahydra Club, which is my buddy Jordan's spot out in Rhode Island, and it's one of the few like actual weed spots. You know what I mean? Where the right kind of people hang out and smoke weed. It's not kind of any kind of like. I mean, it's membership and it's medical and everything. So it's got like that. Jordan's just a total animal when it comes to like dealing, dealing with the fucking corporate bullshit because he doesn't take shit, which is important. So he's always covering his ass, but at the same time, landing his helicopter at the fucking into his parking lot next to his Ferrari, next to his club. You know what I mean? He's kind of one of those, and it's all just from being a smart guy and not fucking around. Like doing what he does, and he kind of like always pushing the boundaries. So the neighbors are like, this fucking kid with his
landing his helicopter out front every day
with his fucking weed club. You know what I mean? But it's like awesome. And so we got permission now to use nitrous at the club because they heard about us, so they saw what we were doing. They're like, all right, if Adam's doing it, you guys
Must
can
be
do
okay.
it. So they had a little
Must be really stupid. We should do it too.
Nitrous weed party in their spot too. So there you go.
Sweet.
It's funny.
Nice, dude.
Sweet.
Yes.
Bum 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 bum. See, the edibles time warped us.
Anyway, there you go. That
really
kinda
fucked us up.
I kept us going, and look at that. It's 10 minutes earlier than we normally are. All our guests have arrived. Oh, landlady's here, so she's going to come on for the Patreon posse hour coming up after this one, which we're not making Mike stay for. Mike can go. He's allowed to leave.
What's this?
Everyone join Patreon. You'll find out. Don't.
No, he's not going to find out because he's not going to stay here.
No, no, we're not saying that. We're saying maybe you might want to join Patreon and you might find out or not.
Oh, because you can't tell them all about it because it's so crazy.
Okay.
It's so crazy.
It's
an extra
$4.20 a month.
Explain it.
It's an extra hour that we do. And
$5.
You get a Zoom link that you can talk to the crew.
just right in here.
You
You're
can
like
just
hanging
zoom
out.
right in and talk shit to Adam Dunn.
Yes, if you got problems, like we've seen a few people there, they got some serious problems, man.
I got a lot of problems with you
They wanna
people.
talk to
Very
me.
serious problems, dude.
The guy
That
got
sounds like
serious. I saw some serious problems.
Oh, some
kick
very
up.
serious problems today.
So it's like
Oh,
they might as well just join us. Give us a call.
Yeah.
They can join Patreon, and then when they're on Patreon for that such little amount of money, they can come in and give us all their grievances, and we can deal with it. See, that's worth it right there.
Worth it right there.
Yeah, and you can talk to Dave direct.
Yeah.
That's incredible. But now you can also watch videos.
If you're, let me just say this: I grew for a little while back in the '90s. If you're growing right now, it is not
one
just
lighter.
put seeds in the ground, or as Mark loves to do, put them in paper towels for 3 weeks, let them grow into paper towels, then rip them off, kill them, and then ask how they died. You want to watch what Adam takes you through week by week, episode by episode. While you see maybe a total of 6 minutes, that's enough to really stage something out. And if you ask him the right questions, maybe you'll learn how to grow like he grows.
Yeah.
So
it's just-
join Patreon.
And you get to listen to Mark and friends DJing at the So High spot. Throat mixes. So you can just be
Well, I
loose.
do Shitty Jamie's Chicken Beer and Vinyl Hour.
Chicken beer and
How long you been doing that now? For a couple
3
of
years.
Well, it's only been 13 episodes, but it takes me a long time to
Oh,
buy
so it's like 8
enough
years.
vinyl
8
to
years.
do an episode. You know what I mean? Because it's all vinyl.
All vinyl.
All vinyl. All weird.
All the time.
All open format.
All weird, all vinyl, all the time.
Yeah.
So we got that. And of course, if you are in Denver, you should just physically come down, hang out with us over at So High.
Well, let's see. We have a studio audience here, and we're pretty booked for the
Oh,
next
it's-
couple of
it's-
months.
it's
So, but
full. It's
if
full.
you email donedeal@adamdunshow.com, we'll get you on the wait list.
Left
And if something opens up, we'll invite you down to the studio.
Yeah, it's been good. Everybody who's come through has had a good time. But now we got food, which is even better. And you can pick up some seeds here. We've got...
That's right.
We'll have Dab X's soon.
Yeah, we'll have more Dab X's. We have a few trays available and a few other little pieces and bits and pieces, but we're going to get them to get us a couple. Like I was saying is I need to get parts and stuff so that we can be able to help people out so they don't have to wait.
And we have turntables. Bring your
They don't ever burn out.
Bring your vinyl.
Bring your vinyl. Come play some records with Vinnie.
Oh, you can do that too. If you're a DJ and you come into Denver, you can
Even if
bring
you
your-
don't want to stream, you just want to listen to the vinyl, hang out.
you could just bring
Bring some records.
Every now and then I get this little pop up on my Instagram, and it's a spinning record, and it asks me a dumb four question, one question with 4 dumb answers.
Yeah, that's right.
And you have to pick one of the 4 dumb answers. And every time I pick one, ready for this, Mike? Mm-hmm. It says 100%.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
100%.
Every time I pick, it says
It's
you are
It's
100%
Right.
right.
Actually, the one I did recently,
Then I found out. You know what that means?
More
I was
engagement.
the only one that replied.
Right.
I'm about to post the answer for the last one, and there's more engagement this time, so you'll be happy.
How many?
I think there's like 7 or 8. That's pretty good, right? You know what I mean? It's those Adam Dunn show numbers.
You are
really
gonna
getting
be
behind me here,
Mr. Beast, any day now,
dude. I'm really doing it. I do it for the gram,
for the love of it. For Coke?
Yeah, dude.
For Coke, really? Dude, I didn't think you were like that.
Yeah.
What happened to that joint?
Can't light it because we have no lighter.
Okay.
Because Mr. X stole our fucking lighter?
Yep.
With his arm.
And he's just looking at it now. So, but we have the landlady coming. We can save it for Patreon.
Okay.
Just save it.
Save it.
Save it for Patreon.
Save it for Patreon.
See, we're doing theme songs. That's the Save it for Patreon theme song.
Yeah.
No, and look
Mike,
at us.
thanks for coming down. We
Yeah,
really
yes,
do
thanks for having me.
appreciate you. Appreciate your work. I've tried. I mean, I won't say every edible, but I've yet to find one that's made in
Everyone that's
Colorado
ever
I've
come in
turned
this
down.
room, you've had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But these are fire.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, absolute fucking fire. I almost regret asking you what else you were working on, because you do this great. Stick with it. Come up with just different flavors that work, because for some reason the the kids these days.
Yeah,
their taste buds change every 9 minutes. So
we've got new stuff coming in the pipeline, but this is the focus at the moment.
We'll never turn down anytime you want to stop by with these.
You guys seem like good taste testers.
They're fantastic.
I mean, down.
Oh, now I see where
what's going on.
There we go.
Getting worried.
It's on the front too.
Oh yeah, next week we have to think about next week because you know it's scheduled.
No, man.
12 hours, of course.
Yeah, I won't be able to do it. Got a puppy.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
dude.
Everyone's got something now.
What are we doing?
You can do shifts. I don't care.
I can
go.
I have to leave
as long as I can go.
after this.
You and yeah. Come on, 12 hours.
My dog passed. I got a puppy.
You can come and go. Do a couple hours. That's no problem.
What's the puppy's name?
The puppy is Pauline because the day after she passed, we were watching Paul. Did you ever watch Paul?
And you were leaning against the wall while you were watching it.
Did you ever watch the movie Paul? No. Never? Really? With Joe Rogan? I mean, Seth Rogen? You should watch
Joe
it.
Rogan made a movie called
Paul was fantastic.
No.
The spaceship lands on the dog named Paul. So I thought to myself right then and there, it has to be a Paul name, and so I named her Pauline. Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Spaceship landed on a dog?
Thank you to the people in Sterling.
You heard of this movie? Nobody's heard of this movie.
How old
You've
is
never
the
heard of the movie Paul? P-A-U-L. No.
I know how to spell Paul.
Oh my goodness. You have no.
A guy named Paul.
No. You're just deprived children. Vinny, you know. I wouldn't expect you.
Yeah, I heard you.
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Okay.
Okay, Vinny knows what's up. Vinny Barbarino's going to be telling you about Paul. He's like, yeah, spaceship dog. What the fuck? I know it.
No, a spaceship.
Since we were doing product review, that was the last thing I heard before
I
the time
named
lapse.
the dog Pauline.
I just wanted to do one of the ones, right?
Only
the
Pauline.
gummies.
Is she, So it's a
it's
blue
nice.
nose pit.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
What'd you have?
the colors are kind
I
of
think
gray,
it
white,
was the
black.
peachy
something.
one.
Blue and white.
There's one up front there.
And the black nose.
Nice.
Black
really.
nose.
Black nose.
Like
They
Adam
would
said,
call
what
it
did you think of the
blue,
gummy?
know?
You just did one gummy?
Like 20 gummies.
Oh,
One gummy?
Yeah.
Do you watch the show?
Eat as many as
Where
you
have you fucking been?
I eat like the whole bunch.
Eat. This is the 50s right here, probably.
It's a food group. You're
We
missing.
think-
We think these are 50s, so you can eat those ones because those are the strong ones.
Those are
These are
definitely
definitely-
50.
these are
Yeah, those are definitely
These
50s.
are definitely 50s.
Those are
Don't
possibly
even,
50s.
You'll never match them up. There's no way.
Yeah.
He can't even do it. He owns the company.
He made them.
He made him. He's like, I couldn't do that. Yep, you're fucked. And he gave us one of those responses. So.
Oh, what? Vinny might have figured it out. It might be matching the color what matches the box.
Oh, Vinny's got it. He's figured it out.
Fuck!
He's cracked the
They're
code.
color-coded, too.
He's cracked the code.
Fucking Navy man. Jesus
It
Christ.
comes
Get the
in.
fuck in. Go make a brisket.
He's all,
Jesus
yes,
Christ.
the code is this is
we're
that.
going for scripts here in a little bit.
Yeah, you just keep chewing into the mic.
Scripts.
All right, join Patreon. Good night, everybody.
Peace out, everybody. See you over at the Patreon posse time in about 10, 15 minutes. We'll see. 20. Probably 20.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, bye.
Practically every one of the top 40 records being played on every radio station in the United States is a communication to the children to take a trip, to cop out, to groove. The psychedelic jackets on the record albums have their own hidden.
This is a special question. We don't want you to smoke genetically modified ganja. We want you to smoke the real thing.
Me?
Want you to smoke the natural herb.
Sweet.
Some call it marijuana.
Sweet.
Some call it sensitive.
Sweet.
Some call it read
The tea.
and some people call it.
I'm in big fucking trouble.